had a good team, good pieces put together. The best thing about it, we all like each other.
A new episode of the Talking Tigers podcast is released every Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Like and subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast, only from the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. In fact, the CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
The stretch by Cannon. Here comes the pitch. Got it swinging. Ball game over.
High fly ball to right field. He got every stitch of that one.
He struck him out swinging. A complete game victory for Joseph Gonzalez. And Auburn wins the series. Got him swinging with a fastball. He strikes out the side. Nice job, Zach.
Fly ball. Right field. Into the night sky. It's gone. Into the trees.
Gone. How about Chris Stans is going to score? Auburn wins.
The 19th ranked Auburn Tigers have taken the field for this Tuesday night game. A nice Tuesday night crowd on hand. Setting the Tigers defensively, Mason Mainers in left field, Chris Stanfield in center, and Bobby Pierce around in right. On the infield, Derek Fabian is at third, Connor Weiss the shortstop, Javon Hernandez the second baseman, and Cooper McMurray is at first. Ike Irish behind the plate. And taking the mound for the Tigers is Connor McBride. Connor McBride, 6'2", 250, out of Fairhope, Alabama. He's a junior. McBride comes in making his second appearance. He has pitched 3.2 innings, or 3 2/3 innings, allowed just 2 hits and 1 earned run. Struck out 4, walked 2 opponents, hitting .167 against Connor McBride, still looking for his first decision. Earned run average of 2.45 for the Auburn junior, the big right-hander on the mound, and now out there talking to first base umpire Morris Hodges. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with the mound or what the situation is. No one has come out of the Auburn dugout to check on this. We'll see what the situation might be, and they're going to let him throw 3 more warm-up tosses now as they ended his warm-up session on the mound for whatever reason. So, and now McBride digs back in on the rubber and comes to the plate for his warm-ups. And he doesn't appear like he has an injury of any type, but you never know in these situations. Going to try one from the stretch now. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. A little bit of wind blowing down toward left field. So we had some right field wind last home weekend, and we had some right field wind down in Jacksonville. That is not the case so far, at least tonight. We're ready to get things underway. Stepping in, Garrett Staten, the third baseman for the Samford Bulldogs, and here to take you through the first 3 innings, my friend Brad Law.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. It'll be Staten, Howe, and Steele, the first 3 for the 4-3 Samford Bulldogs. They won their first 4, then they were swept at UCF over the weekend. McBride, working from the stretch, goes to work against the Samford leadoff man, and the first pitch is a called strike on the inner half. 0-1. 6:03 our time at first pitch. 71 degrees, humid, and winds from 10 to 15 miles an hour throughout our game tonight. Those winds will be steady, and they'll be consistent. Here's the 0-1 delivery to Staten. It swung on and missed. Staten tried to stop his swing, and he couldn't do it. on a fastball up and in, 93 on the gun.
After his warm-ups, now McBride working from a stretch to the leadoff man. So
no windup at all.
He discovered something when he was warming up.
0-2 delivery to Staten. On the way. Breaking ball, hit off the end of the bat, left side on the ground. Fabian leaps in front, makes the catch, throws to first in time. Fabian jumped right in front of Weiss at short, moving to his left, gloved, and then threw on the run. That's a more difficult throw than it looked, and that's a ground out to start the ball game.
But it made the play a little easier overall because Weiss, playing a deep short, was charging the ball. It would have been a bang-bang play at first if Weiss had to make the play. Fabian, coming across toward the bag, was able to gun him down by a step.
Now the left-handed hitting Garrett Staten. I'm sorry, this is Garrett Howe.
One of the Garretts.
Yeah, Garrett and Garrett to start the lineup. First pitch swung on and missed, 0-1, nothing but strikes. So the first 4 pitches from McBride. That first pitch weather forecast, by the way, was brought to you by Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Celebrate responsibly. Howe, the shortstop. Left-handed batter. He's above 300 on the young season. There's a breaking ball that's in there for a strike, and it is 0-2. 5 pitches, 5 strikes from McBride.
Boy, he's mixed it up too. Started him with a fastball, then just a slow curve by McBride.
9 for 23 for Howe. 4 of his 9 hits have gone for extra bases. A homer and 3 doubles. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Breaking ball. Bottom fell out of it, and Howe went fishing. 2 down.
I think Howe just got the end of the bat on that ball, and Irish had no trouble maintaining possession for the strikeout.
Before Steele steps in, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Well, we threw him off rhythm. It was a curveball, and it was inside for ball 1. So that's how Steele starts his at bat. Steele has scored 10 runs. He is the catcher, a Hoover native. Left-handed hitter again in the pitch. Breaking ball, missed the inside corner. 2 balls, no strikes.
They're trying to work the inner half to him. He's only hitting 158, 2 homers, though, already.
Yeah, 3 for 19, and 2 of those hits are home runs. From the stretch, McBride lifts, plants, fires, fastball, hit on the ground to second, scoots out there to Hernandez, who gloves without a problem and throws on to first. And I'll tell you what, that's an impressive first inning out of Connor McBride. 1-2-3 go the Bulldogs in the top of the first. Through a half inning, Samford nothing, Auburn coming to bat. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Download the new and improved Auburn Game Day app. It's fully customizable to your interests with the new My Auburn tab. Plus, buy tickets, skip concession lines, be a part of game day giveaways, shop the latest Auburn gear, and get live in-game scoring. Plus, listen to every broadcast from the Auburn Sports Network, even when multiple games are happening simultaneously on the official mobile app of Auburn Athletics, the Auburn Game Day app. Download it now.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories, like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
For the Samford Bulldogs, as we go to the bottom of the first scoreless game, Bryson Broom, that should be Braden Broom, is in left field. John Rodriguez in center field, Andrew Bennett around in right. And the infield, Garrett Staten at third, Garrett Howe at short. John Anderson, the cleanup man, is at second base. Jackson Harris at first. Lucas Steele is behind the plate, and on the mound, it will be Big John Malone, 6'2", 205. John Malone, he's a freshman out of Fairhope, Alabama. So Malone set to go to work. Malone making his 3rd appearance and his 2nd start. Pitched 4 innings overall in those 2 appearances, allowed 3 hits. Walked only 1, struck out 4, opponents hitting .214 against John Malone. And Auburn hoping to change that number a little bit as Malone, as a freshman, has come in and thrown strikes for the Bulldogs in his first 2 appearances, and he's been very effective so far.
You know, Auburn faced a freshman, a big, strong, sturdy freshman in Wichita State Saturday down in Jacksonville, and rocked him early. First 4 innings of that game, Auburn jumped out and put a big number up, and first pitch by to Weiss is fouled back all the way to the top of the net and down 0-1. So they'll try to do something.
Cooper thought about laying down a butt that time,
Yeah.
and the third baseman, Staten, still playing 2 steps behind the bag.
See if he'd try it again here. Weiss, excellent speed. Right-handed hitting shortstop at the pitch. He's not bunting this time, and he takes a fastball high. 1-1 the count. 88, upper 80s on the fastball for Malone.
Yeah, he can touch 90 at times.
Weiss, 7 for 23. 3 doubles, 7 walks. He scored 6 times, and he takes high for ball 2. 2-1. Weiss, Irish, and Pierce. The first 3 for the Tigers. We're getting kind of used to seeing those guys as the top 3, and then McMurray in the cleanup spot. Get a couple of weeks into the season, the lineup starts to make itself. 2-1, off speed, misses away, 3-1.
And that is Butch Thompson's philosophy. The players make up the lineup with their production.
So hitters count, nobody out, nobody on, just underway, bottom of the first. Malone's pitch. Fastball down College Street. And a little, well.
I thought it was high, but
yeah,
if that's going to be a strike all night, okay.
Yeah. Benefits the pitchers for sure. We saw some really tight strike zone in Jacksonville, 3-2 pitch. Up and in with a fastball. He couldn't get the control, and Weiss was able to hold up. Leadoff base runner for the Tigers. We'll see if they do any running. Weiss did not try to steal a base in Jacksonville in any of the 3 games, so he's still sitting at 6 for 7 on the year. Here's Ike Irish.
Malone, the big freshman, 4-pitch pitcher. Fastball, changeup, slider, and a curve. So we'll see how he attacks Ike Irish with that open stance from the left side.
From the stretch, Malone deals, breaking ball, golfed into center field. Center fielder on the run, though. It'll hold up long enough for Rodriguez to get there for out number 1. Boy, when Irish puts the bat on the ball, it looks like a golf ball flying off of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it jumped off like a 3-iron and had a little right to left turn on it, but Rodriguez had time to get over. Even though the ball was hit very hard and not real high, Rodriguez made a good jump and got the out.
Now here's Bobby Pierce. Bobby is hitting .296, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, 10 ribbies tied for the team lead. From the stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball dropped right in there. That curve that Coach Thompson talked about in pregame, just a straight over-the-top curve ball, and it fell in for strike 1 to Pierce. Bobby has a triple. He has 4 walks. He has scored 9 runs. Good productive start. He homered in 2 of the 3 games in Jacksonville. Runner goes, pitches a fastball low, and then dropped by the catcher, Steele. Steele dropped the ball as he was coming up out of his crouch, ready to throw down to second. It'll be a stolen base for Weiss, his 7th of the season.
Weiss had a great jump. I don't think they would have gotten him without a perfect gun to second base.
So now let's see if they try to go back-to-back here. Staten has to be alert for that at third base. Weiss gets a good-sized lead. Second baseman backs away. The pitch, breaking ball, waved at and missed by Pierce, and a good-looking pitch at that, 1-2. Runner in scoring.
The thing about a runner at second, he can get a big lead, and with the freshman out there, he may get a walking lead, and if he does, he'll be at third.
Malone straightens up, looks to second, looks again to second, now comes home. There goes Weiss, pitches down and away. Throw to third is late. Weiss steals another one, so Weiss swipes 2 on the same trip.
And I thought Malone did a pretty good job of holding him on. The second baseman, Anderson, was jumping in, but as soon as Malone turned his head the second time, Weiss was off.
It was a quicker delivery.
Yeah.
That's just the speed of Cooper Weiss, the grad transfer from Miami of Ohio. Now he gets a walking lead at third. 2-2 to Pierce. Fastball fought off the end of the bat. You could see the quick twitch there. Pierce recognized fastball just in time to get the swing.
Well, Staten is playing back at third and a little bit toward the hole, so Weiss can get as big a lead almost as he wants with Gabe Gross there to scout the third baseman.
2 balls, 2 strikes, the wind and the pitch. Sailed a curveball. That slipped right out of the hands, and Steele had to come out of the crouch straight up to get it. Counts full.
You rarely see a steal of home, but.
Yeah. I think, Vandy's done it twice in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Weiss is going to get a huge lead at third base.
Massive. 3-2 pitch. Fastball, sliced down the right field line. That's a fair ball. That's into the corner. That's 2 for Pierce. Let's see if he stops at 2. Into the corner is Bennett. Bobby's going to try for 3. He will make it safely, standing at third base. RBI triple for Bobby Pierce down the right field line. Tigers strike first. It's 1-0.
Yeah, when that ball got between the first baseman and the bag, it was a shot with some spin, and it got down and rattled in that corner. And really, Andrew Bennett, he got to it as quickly as he could, but to play right in front of Bobby Pierce, he could see immediately how long it was going to take Bennett to get to the ball.
It was hit low to the ground and in a hurry, so Bennett had to go a long way to get to that ball. Here's McMurray, drives one to center. Cooper McMurray launches it deep left center field. A leaping try by the left fielder. He can't get it. It's over the wall. Cooper McMurray with his 3rd home run of the season. Auburn leads 3-0 in the first.
Well, the only doubt about that one was it was hit to the deepest part of the ballpark, but it just jumped off the bat. First pitch swinging, and you knew immediately it was probably going to be off the wall in deep left center or over the wall. It looked like a home run off the bat.
Sure did. I thought the only question was it too high?
Yeah.
I went back to Major League and the Indians fans in the outfield. Too high, too high. No, it wasn't too high.
No, it was a jumper off the bat. Yeah. Well, that didn't take long.
No, 3-0. Second straight time Auburn has faced a freshman starter, and they have they have taken off against him in the first inning. 3-0 Tigers. Now here's Derek Fabian. Fabian with 3 hits against Virginia on Sunday. Wind in the pitch. Fastball. Ooh, didn't get the outside corner. 1-0.
He sure didn't get the call there.
No.
Auburn sent up 4 batters. 2 went to a full count, and 2 hit the first pitch hard to center field.
Another pitch, breaking ball. Tried to check his swing. They called it a strike anyway. 1-1 to Fabian. Derek, so far this season, this is his 6th start in Auburn's 8th game. He is 7 for 17 with 10 RBIs. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, hit out towards second. Backhand stab and a beauty by Anderson. He throws short hop at first. Dug out there by Harris. A fine defensive play on both sides for the second out of the inning.
Really good play by Anderson to backhand the ball. That ball had a couple of hops in it, and Fabian was hustling down the line, but a good throw by Anderson, a little bit low, and Jackson Harris was able to scoop it and make the play.
Now let's see Christian Hall's first at bat. Hall turns 23 years old today. Samford's present to him is the shift. Wind in the delivery. Off speed. Dropped through the strike zone for strike 1. It landed about 3 inches off the dirt.
Maybe.
But John Benkin says it dropped through the strike zone. So it's 0-1. Wind and the delivery. Fastball skips away and ricochets hard off the backstop and all the way back to the plate in no time. 1-1 the count to Christian. Hall is 3 for 10. This is his 5th start. 2 of his 3 hits have left the ballpark. He's driven in 4 runs. 1-1. High and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you can tell from his stance, he's not up there to hit a Texas League single. He's a big guy. He spreads out with an open stance, and he can hit a long way when he connects.
Fills up the batter's box, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
2-1. Off speed. And again, the strike call on the curveball, 2-2.
Well, he's going to see that off-speed curve and change up a lot. They may be trying to sneak fastballs by him, but
yeah, can't sneak too many by Hall.
you don't want to live with a fastball on this guy.
Wind in the 2-2. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and a good one. And the inning is over. But Auburn strikes first. 3 runs on 2 hits. No errors, nobody left on base for the Tigers. Through 1, Auburn 3, Samford nothing. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
In SEC sports, the ifs come at you every minute. What if your QB had released the ball a second earlier? What if the head coach hadn't used his last time out? What if your team goes all the way this season? If you love the tradition, if you live for the rivalry, if you can't wait each week for the absolute edge of your seat action, Regions is right there with you as the official bank of the SEC.
Regions can't help you with the F's in sports. Regions helps you embrace the fan life.
Member FDIC.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
No, you don't. Brad Law, Paul Ellen, Jay Neal, Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn Sports Network studios. And we're glad that you're listening at the ballpark on Live Sports Radio, watching on YouTube, the Auburn app, auburntigers.com, or on one of the many radio stations throughout the state of Alabama. We have the best affiliates in the business, and we are glad that you're with us tonight, however you are tuning in. 3 runs on a couple of hits, an RBI triple by Bobby Pierce, and a Cooper McMurray home run. And Auburn leads 3-0, 9 pitches for Connor McBride in inning number 1. He'll face the middle third of the Samford order here in the second inning. Anderson, Rodriguez, and Bennett. Samford in the road gray jerseys, gray pants, white numerals with blue letters, blue trim. On the front of the jersey, simply S-A-M, Sam. First pitch. Ground ball foul, left side off the facing of the Auburn dugout. 0-1. The second inning is brought to you by Southern Union. There's a new path to the Plains. It runs through Southern Union State Community College. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete a bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently. At Southern Union's tuition rates, let Southern Union put you on a path to the Plains. McBride, exclusively from the stretch, lifts, plants, and fires, and misses low. A ball and a strike.
Anderson is 10 for 20, hitting .500, and is tied for the team lead in homers with 2 so far.
Yeah, 5 of his 10 hits for extra bases. 2 homers, 2 doubles, and a triple. He's knocked in 10. He bats here with the bases empty. There's a breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner, and a good pitch, 1-2.
Whatever Connor McBride found in his pregame warm-ups, switching to the stretch only, has worked so far through 4 batters.
His 1-2 offering. Misses upstairs. Tried to go with a fastball.
Hope that was not an announcer's jinx, but
yeah. This is a Samford team. Tony David's done a really good job there. They won the SoCon regular season and tournament last year. 2-2 pitch from McBride on the way. Hit foul right side. That's over on Donahue Drive. These two teams, as has been the case the last several years, play once early in the year here at Plainsman Park, and the return trip to be played at the Hoover Met shortly before the SEC tournament. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off again, right side out of play. Last year's game in Hoover was rained out. It was pretty remarkable. I don't think it was raining anywhere else in the state of Alabama, but about a 4-mile radius around the Met. And it must have rained 4 inches in an hour in that little spot. Pitch. Breaking ball hit sharply to short. Diving stop made by Fabian. Gets up quickly. Throws one hop to first. McMurray stabs it for the out.
Wow, very, very a good play by Fabian to backhand the ball. He was on the ground when he caught the ball, got up, and he threw a long hop, which on artificial turf you do that on purpose, not necessarily on grass. But McMurray, great footwork, great glove work, and got it for the out.
We've talked about this later in the year, the last couple of years, but I think it's worth as Auburn puts the shift on for Rodriguez. First pitch to him catches the inside corner for strike one. But the defense that Auburn has gotten out of its first baseman who are gotten their notoriety for their offense, but the defense they've played here the last several years really goes under the radar. Breaking ball misses up and out to Rodriguez, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, DeShera was outstanding. And then
Tyler Miller before Sonny played a really good defensive first base.
Cooper McMurray doesn't get enough credit for his play at first and his footwork too, as well as his glove work.
1-1. Fastball missed outside, 2-1. Rodriguez, couple of doubles. He scored 3 times. He's a right-handed hitter. Samford center fielder. 2-1 pitch. Fastball popped up, back and out of place. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rodriguez on the young season, 5 for 24. A homer, 4 RBIs. This is not a team that runs a bunch. Shift is on against him. Fabian about 7 feet off the line. Hernandez to the left of the bag at second. Here's the 2-2. Breaking ball swung and foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for a strikeout. McBride K's his second of the night. K Counter brought to you by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
Can't see it that well from here, but you can tell by the reaction of the batters and Ike Irish. There is a lot of late movement on his breaking ball. That's 2 foul tips it right into the mitt we have seen so far.
He's mixing his pitches really well tonight.
Yes, he is.
Same defensive alignment here against Bennett. Samford right fielder. There's a first pitch strike. Looked like a slider. Bennett half offered at it, but it's a strike anyway, 0-1. Bennett 2 for 15. One of the 2 hits a homer. Pitch. Ground ball toward first, foul. Had a little late slice. First bounce was in fair ground, and then the second one, though, over the bag and fouled on the right field side.
Yeah, Mars Hodges right on top of it. That would have been extra bases had it gotten in, because Auburn playing the right-hand hitter with a shift. And McMurray is way off the bag.
Auburn on top 3-0. We're in the top of the second. Nobody on, 2 outs. Now the 0-2 pitch to Bennett. Upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That looked an awful lot like a setup pitch.
Yeah, that was a look-at-me fastball. That see if he comes back with a breaking ball moving away here.
Off the left side of the rubber and exclusively from the stretch, even with nobody on. McBride looks home, lifts, plants, fires. Got him swinging with a breaking ball. Ball got away from Irish, have to throw him out, and he does. 2 more strikeouts for McBride in a second straight. 1-2-3 inning to start the ball game. 3-0 Auburn on top. Bottom of the second is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Need great gifts for your family, friends, clients, and colleagues? You have to try Buff City Soap. Their soap, oils, body butters,
Might be
bath
pitching
bombs,
his way into a
candles,
weekend.
wax melts, and laundry soaps are delightful. Pick from a variety of handmade goodies with plant-based ingredients that delight your skin and smell wonderful. See partywithbuff.com to schedule your party, or visit buffcitysoap.com to check out their many alternatives. Try the free short-term parking at the 320 West Magnolia Avenue building in downtown Auburn and fall in love with Buff City Soap.
Southeastern Industrial Contractors offers the path to a productive and successful career for hard workers of all ages, especially young people looking to jump straight into the workforce. Southeastern Industrial Contractors is now hiring for great-paying skilled trade positions. Managing partner Derek Harville is a proud Auburn University graduate with deep roots in the community. Give him a call at 334-209-6355 to learn more. Southeastern Industrial Contractors, 334-209-6355.
3-0 Auburn, bottom of the second inning here. Tigers got a leadoff walk. 2 batters later, a triple. Next batter, a 2-run homer. Cooper McMurray with the homer, Pierce the triple. 3-0 Tigers. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Stanfield, Mainers, and Hernandez. Chris Stanfield, the sophomore from Tallahassee, 7 for 23. A homer, 3 doubles, and a triple. 5 of his 7 hits. He has an extra base hit in 5 of the 7 games. So far, he has also walked 6 times, an on-base percentage of just under .420. So it'll be Stanfield to lead it off here against John Malone. Malone 23 pitches in the first inning. He threw enough strikes. He just gave Auburn hittable pitches in the first. First to Stanfield, a little bit low. Started with a fastball. Steele, the catcher, thought he had a strike there. He double clutched before he threw it back.
Heath Clevenger, the right-hander, throwing in the Samford bullpen.
1-0. There's a called strike.
Well, high strikes are in vogue tonight.
Yeah, the low ones are not.
No, they're not at all.
Unless it's a curveball. 1-1. Bottom of the second, just underway. Nobody on, nobody out to pitch. Fastball missed outside. It's 2-1. Now Clevenger throwing, and Colin Ahern is a left-hander. Loosening up as well, at least moving around down there. 2-1 pitch. Didn't get the outside corner, and it's 3-1. This at bat a lot like Weiss's at bat, which started the first. Stanfield waits, the wind by Malone, the pitch. Hit hard, past a diving shortstop, and into left center field. Stanfield with a base hit. So the leadoff base runner aboard here for the Tigers in the second. Plenty of speed from Stanfield. We'll see if he's doing any running.
Chris is 2 for 2,
yeah,
stealing thus far this year, and he can really run.
Well, and Auburn wants to make that a part of the attack, up and down the lineup. Here's Mason Mainers. He handles the bat well too. He might he be looking to bunt here? Staten, the third baseman, even with the bag. Stanfield gets his lead. Pitch, he is not bunting. He takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. The wind during Stanfield's at bat was howling out to left. It's not as active right now. But it will be for a lot of this game. 0-1 pitch. Mainers takes a fastball a little bit low. 1-1.
John Beacon has a very defined strike zone. You don't get much on the corners, you don't get much low, but he has a high strike.
Yeah. Mainers 6 for 24. The pitch. Fouled off to the left, over the seats.
Kept his hands back. There's a big hole on the left side as they play Mainers with a shift on the left-hand hitter. Third baseman's playing him straight up, so between Staten and Howe, there's a lot of room on the left side.
Yeah, not much up the middle, but really on either side.
Yep.
A big hole as the third baseman, Staten, backs up the 1-2 pitch. Way outside, 2-2. Mainers, a couple of doubles, a triple. He's drawn 7 walks. He's gotten on base a good bit. .438 is on base percentage. 2-2 delivery. Curve ball, dribbled foul, right side. Stanfield bluffed going.
I don't know if he bluffed or he just didn't get a decent start, didn't a decent break. That wind blowing straight in from right now. Throughout the night, it's been favoring sort of toward the left field corner.
Malone looks over his shoulder at Stanfield. 2-2. Curve ball swung and foul tipped into the mitt for a strikeout. Second strikeout for Malone. You really don't see just a straight curveball as much anymore. It's a little bit of an adjustment for the Auburn batters. Here's Javon Hernandez.
I think Mainers thought that ball might drop a little more than it did. It stayed high and away. It was a breaking ball. Might have been a strike with the strike zone we've seen.
Pitch to Hernandez. He showed bunt and he couldn't get the bat on the ball. That's strike one. Hernandez just 1 for 17 in the book, but he has drawn 9 walks, which is the most on the team.
He's driven in 4 with just 1 hit.
Despite 1 for 17, his on base is 370.
Yeah.
Stanfield again edges away. The pitch. Fastball missed inside to Hernandez. 1-1. Hernandez is the number 9 hitter, so it's a leadoff man, Weiss, waiting on deck. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Auburn 3, Samford nothing.
Malone already up to 36 pitches in the game.
From the stretch, he turns, throws to first, nearly threw it away. Harris had to lunge forward to get it. And the chant is correct.
Yep, not even close.
Not going to shorten Stanfield's lead at all. 1-1 delivery. Curve in there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Nine home games over the next 13 days here at Plainsman Park. 1-2 pitch. There goes Stanfield. Pitch is fouled off to the right and out of play.
Thought we might see something then with the leadoff part of the order coming up and possibly giving Hernandez a moving hole somewhere in the infield. So he had a good idea, trying to poke it to right.
Shows you they trust him with a bat there, too.
Yep.
Again, the numbers don't really mean as much this early in the year. See if Stanfield's off again or if they throw over again. The 1-2 pitch on the way. He's not going. It's a curve. It's bounced right side. Second baseman goes to second for 1 and on to first for the double play. Scooped out of there by Harris. Well turned. Anderson to Howe to Harris. A 4-6-3 twin killing. And Auburn is turned away in the second. No runs on a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. 3-0 Auburn through 2. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We are located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me. 333-3333.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
Move to the third inning at Plainsman Park. Carr, Broom, and Harris, the first 3 due up for Samford. Bottom third of the order against Connor McBride. The third inning is brought to you by the Vance Law Firm, where the phone number is easy to remember. They say there, dial 3 for me. That's 334-333-3333. There we go.
There you go.
All right.
All right. I thought you might remember the last one, but...
It's like fun. The comedian Kevin James has a bit on phone number rhythm.
Yeah.
And how it's really awful when people mess up. It's bump-up-ah, bump-up-ah, bump-ah, bump-ah.
Yeah.
Anything else just sounds out of the ordinary.
He's got it.
Fine observational bit. All right, here is Carr, freshman from Hoover. Right-handed batter, DH. Now Irish asks for time. He's going to straighten up his cap. He get something in it.
He got a little dirt in his helmet. Now he's ready to go, and they restarted the pitch clock. That's one way to get it restarted.
Probably get away with that once.
Yeah. The old fake the dirt in the helmet thing.
Pitch from McBride. Fastball. Did he go? They check. Yeah, he went, says first base umpire Mo Hodges.
McBride can touch 93, 94 with his fastball. More than a slider, he cuts the fastball at about 87 and works up with both of those.
Makes that slider even more effective.
Yes, it does.
Pitch. Swing and a miss at the slider. Was that the slider or was that the cut fastball, do you think there?
I don't know. Either way.
He didn't have a lot of lateral movement.
No.
0-2. Got a swing and a miss either way, as you said. Now he's ahead 0-2. McBride ready. He deals. Off the end of the bat. Grounded softly to first. On a hop, McMurray. Fields touches the bag, and that's out number 1.
Cooper McMurray moving and having to backhand that ball near the line. It took a little funny hop with all the spin on it off the end of the bat, but he gloved it successfully, and then pretty easy play.
Again, dominate the routine play.
Absolutely.
All right, here is Braden Broom.
Second at bat of the year for Broom. Obviously his first start.
Yep. Right-handed hitter. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike. That was the slider, 0-1.
Yes, and it fell off the table when it got about a foot in front of home plate.
McBride awfully sharp through the first 2 innings and change here. Connor ready again. Irish sets up. 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider that was in the dirt.
And way outside. He fooled him badly with that.
So nothing but strikes here in the third so far for Auburn's starter. McBride has not been out of the windup one time. Set at the chest. Looks home. Fires home. Got him swinging with the slider in the dirt. Throw to first from Irish to get to complete the out. Boy, that ball bounced 3 feet in front of home plate.
A good play by Ike Irish. He blocked it, kept it in front of him. It rolled out into the 18-foot circle in front of the plate. He pounced and had plenty of time once he got to the ball. He did not panic, which is something you see often on a ball that kind of rolls away with spin.
4 strikeouts for McBride as Harris steps in, the freshman from Vestavia. And he grounds it foul back behind the plate. Nothing in 1. Samford's going up there looking to swing, too, aren't they?
Well, they're seeing a lot of strikes from McBride so far.
Shift is on against Harris. Fabian, the only infielder on the left side, and obviously way off the line in the shift. Fastball misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's the first ball this inning for McBride.
Only 3 infielders on the dirt, now only 2.
Yeah.
As the shortstop,
Weiss and Hernandez are on the
short
grass.
center field, and Hernandez is in right field by 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, I think Harris can put a little oomph behind the swing. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Swung right over the top. And it's 1-2. And the Auburn fans in attendance, not quite a capacity crowd, but a really big crowd.
Yeah,
no doubt.
For a Tuesday.
Very close to capacity. They get behind McBride. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Breaking ball. Did it hit him on top of the foot?
Yep.
What a lousy way to get a first base runner. And Butch Thompson's not so sure about it now. He's going to come out and ask for a review.
I don't think Irish was so sure about that either.
And Butch just came out and asked for the, he put, you know.
The hip-hop batter is challenged by Auburn for under review.
Okay. Boy, McBride has been in control all the way, and let's see what it says.
Yeah. Well, Harris immediately took off toward first. And we'll wait and see if we get it.
We haven't seen the replay as yet.
We'll get the same replay that those of you watching on SEC Network Plus will get.
So here is the review. A breaking ball sailed inside. Yeah. Now, the call will be, it hit him for sure.
Yeah.
whether
Did
or
he
not
lean into it?
leaned his elbow into it, because the ball looked like it was going to go above his elbow, and he raised his elbow as the pitch was coming in. Was that part of his natural motion?
Right.
Or did he raise his elbow to get hit by the breaking ball?
You know, it's tough too. These are really, I mean, trying to be objective. That's a tough judgment call, because if a ball's coming towards you at 90 miles an hour or 85 miles an hour, your movement's going to change a little.
Yeah.
You're going to have a reflex. You're going to brace.
Right.
And, you know, whether your elbow moves up or down, there's some movement that comes when you're bracing if something's coming your way. I didn't think he moved all that much. But
the elbow was tucked until the ball gets to the plate.
And then he lowers.
Yeah, he kind of lowered.
He goes
his
into a
elbow.
crouch.
Yeah. Now, is that part of his natural motion? Who knows? But it definitely hit him on the arm. The decision will be whether or not he leaned in or whether.
Call on the field was he was hit by a pitch.
Right. Now, the umpires, Jeremy Dupree and Morris Hodges, have gone in to make the review.
You can review the intent of the batter. That is a reviewable play. So here comes the call, and we're going to get it from the home plate umpire or from the crew chief. We're supposed to get it.
I think the call is probably going to stand.
I would expect that. Only about 22% of calls last year were reversed.
Well, this is a long conversation for the call standing.
This is Morris Hodges.
After further review, replay shows that the batter stuck his hand out and hit the ball, so that is strike 3 for 3 outs. Auburn has not challenged the timeout.
How about that? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I am too. I thought it was in that gray area.
If you had said that was the call and then showed me that footage, I'd go, well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it's such a judgment call that I'm a little surprised they came back with it. But, hey, works in Auburn's favor, doesn't it? 2 more strikeouts for McBride. 3 up, 3 down in the third. 3-0, Tigers on top as we go to the bottom of the third inning. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
I'm Stuart Vance with the Vance Law Firm, and we're excited to be a proud partner of Auburn Athletics. This Auburn baseball season, the third inning of every home game is sponsored by the Vance Law Firm. We're located right here in Central Alabama and ready to work for you. If you've been injured in a car wreck, let the Vance Law Firm get you the compensation you deserve. Call us today for a free consultation. It's as easy as dialing 3 for me, 333-3333.
Get comprehensive coverage of every Auburn basketball game right here on the Auburn Sports Network on the Regions Bank postgame show. Analysis, scores, stats, plus an exclusive interview with head coach Bruce Pearl. Regions Bank is proud to be the official bank of the SEC. Don't go anywhere after the final buzzer. Stay tuned for the Regions Bank postgame show only on the Auburn Sports Network.
Going to have a new pitcher for Samford.
Heath Clevenger.
Okay. Is it? Yes, it is Heath Clevenger. So the big 6'6", 211-pound sophomore from Alpharetta, Georgia, will come on to work. Clevenger, thus far this year, ERA of 6. He's making his third appearance all in relief. He's pitched only 3 innings. Allowed 4 hits. Opponents hitting .364 against the big guy, as Clevenger comes out to work against the top of the Auburn order in a 3-0 game.
Weiss started the first with a walk. He stole 2 bases. He came around to score, and he grounds the first pitch to Gabe Gross in the third base coach's box. Gabe flips it into the dugout.
Clevenger, right-hander. Fastball around 88, 89. Slider at 83, so that's his changeup, but he does throw a straight change as well.
See what he shows Weiss. Catcher sets up middle away. Breaking ball. Weiss got a bat on the ball in a bunt attempt and fouled it back behind the dish.
Yeah, and that foul got a piece of Lucas Steele, the catcher, as well.
Steele is the brother-in-law of Richard Fitz, former Auburn pitcher.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Richard, one of those guys, came on late in the year when Auburn made that World Series run back in, 19?
Line in the 0-2. Oh, backed Weiss up. Not just up and inside, but that actually backed him away, and he stumbled backwards, 1-2.
A little chin music there. Yeah, Richard Fitz threw what they call a heavy slider.
Yep.
And, boy, people just beat that thing into the ground down the stretch, and he was really instrumental in that Auburn postseason run.
1-2. Swing and a foul back behind the plate. Got a piece of it. Richard, it's a shame he wasn't healthy during the 21 season. He dealt with injuries all year long, and the last 2 weekends of the year was just dynamite against Texas A&M and Missouri. Versus the 1-2. Missed high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was a team that didn't enjoy postseason play. They had that run of all those one-run games that they lost. And you've never been in a season like that before. And no question that a healthy Richard Fitz would have made a difference that year. 2-2. Breaking ball. I'm a little surprised he didn't get the strike call. It was a little high, but that's been there tonight.
Check swing, and they say he did not go around. I don't think he did. Morris Hodges, the first base umpire, says no.
So now the count is full. Weiss again has worked a full count. He walked in the first. Clevenger looks home and deals. And he missed high and inside. Ball 4. Good at bat there by Weiss. Fell behind. Didn't panic. And now he's on base. Let's see if they run him again. 3-0 Tigers, bottom of the 3rd. Ike Irish absolutely scalded a ball back in the first inning, but it hung up for the center fielder to make the catch. It was really tattooed. First pitch, there goes Weiss. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second is dropped by the shortstop. They had him.
Yeah, I think they would have had him if he hadn't dropped the ball. Weiss did not get a good jump.
No.
But he gets stolen base as they had him. He did not have a jump at all. Weiss has 9 bases on balls in 32 plate appearances.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now he has 3 stolen bases tonight and 9 for the season.
9 for the season, yeah. 9 for 10.
0-1 to count to Irish. Here's the pitch. He bunts, right side, nice bunt. Clevenger fields his only place to first, and he throws it away. Throws it down the right field line. Weiss jogs home. Irish heads for second, and he slides in feet first. And the first baseman, Harris, is a little slow getting up. He's hobbled getting up. Weiss scores the run. It's 4-0 Tigers.
Clevenger had time.
Yeah.
It was a straight sacrifice.
Yep.
And
now it was a surprise sacrifice. You don't expect that from Irish. And he rolled it up that right side very well. The only play was going to be to first. And Clevenger just threw it away. And Irish clipped Harris, the first baseman, on his way by. And Harris was slow to get up. The athletic trainer out.
Yeah, the throw pulled Harris over across the bag, and Irish is a big guy, and Harris is a big guy.
Yeah.
2 big guys collide, and Harris is going to stay in the game. Irish should not be charged.
Well,
with an at-bat there. That was a sacrifice.
They do give him a sacrifice.
Okay, good.
And then the error advances him to second. 1 ball, no strikes to Bobby Pierce.
Obviously no RBI.
Right. An RBI triple for Pierce in the first inning. Delivery from Clevenger is a fastball low. 2-0. So an unearned run for the Tigers, but it's on that board, 4-0. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Pitch fouled back. 2-1. Pierce now with 11 RBIs on the season.
Another right-hander throwing in the Samford bullpen, and I cannot make out the number. He's getting loose in a hurry.
You want the binoculars?
I have binoculars.
You have them, okay.
It doesn't help.
2-1 pitch. Low and outside, 3-1. I guess not when they're behind the wall, does it?
No. And he's right behind the pole out there, too. So
3 balls and a strike to Pierce. Clevenger better be careful here. The delivery. He walked him. Missed high. Oh, so they're at first and second with nobody out, and very quickly, I believe that's the head coach. That's Tony David out to talk to Clevenger.
He came out on the dead run.
Yeah.
He did not give it the slow walk to the mound.
Auburn has drawn 3 more walks tonight. That puts the number of free passes earned by the Tigers at 68. They are averaging 9 walks a game.
A lot of maturity in this Auburn batting order. You got guys like Cooper McMurray, Bobby Pierce, Ike Irish, Connor Weiss. They've been around college baseball for a while.
Mason Mainers and Javon Hernandez,
right.
you mentioned
all these
before.
Guys, even Christian Hall.
Yeah. Yep.
Not their first rodeo, and they're very mature with their plate approaches.
So if you're averaging 1 free base runner every inning,
just about, yeah,
it's going to add up. You're going to put pressure on the other team. Meeting on the mound over. And McMurray stands in. He homered last time. First pitch to him inside, ball 1. That may be the only time they cross the inner half of the plate.
He hit the first pitch his first time up.
He did that on his grand slam in
Jacksonville.
He doesn't mind going up and ambushing a first pitch. Now the 1-0 from Clevenger. Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. That one wasn't really close.
And when you got guys like Connor Weiss is hitting over 300 with 9 walks already, you got guys on in front of McMurray all the time.
4-0 our score. Pitch to Cooper, way outside, 3-0. None of these after the first one anywhere near the plate. And here's the thing, you walk McMurray, you load the bases for Fabian, and he's seeing it as well as anybody in the lineup. 3-0 pitch. Strike at the knees, 3-1. McMurray can afford to watch that one.
That was a good pitch. It was not a real hittable pitch under his hands on the inner half.
3 homers, 10 driven in now for McMurray. And he hit him. 3-1 hit him. And that will do it for Clevenger. Before McMurray can even get halfway to first base, Tony David is out of the dugout. He has pointed with the right hand emphatically to the bullpen, and that will be the end of the line for Clevenger. So, Samford makes a pitching change. We get our second Bulldog pitcher of the inning on this Alabama Power call to the bullpen.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy
31.
becomes reality? Where every night is
who
an
hasn't
adventure,
played this
where
year?
new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine.
What?
Escape
Number
every
9?
day at Wind Creek Casino and windcreekcasino.com.
Not 31.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Samford making the call to the bullpen. It will be Alex Flood. Alex Flood, a right-hander, 6'3", 205, out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, transfer from Presbyterian. He was a Blue Hose. Flood making his second appearance of the year. He has pitched 1 inning and struck out all 3 batters he faced. No walks, no hits. So Flood is coming in here with the bases loaded to try to put out what fire there is. Right-hander, as we said, low 3/4 arm angle. Fastball, upper 80s, slider around 82, and a good change. And in the low 80s as well. So Flood will be charged with getting out of a jam in a 4-0 game as Auburn already with a run across here in the 3rd inning and 3 men on base. He'll be set to face Derek Fabian. So Flood coming on.
Yeah, Fabian grounded out to second his first time. Auburn is threatening to break this thing open in the 3rd inning. Already 1 run in. There have been 2 walks, a hit batter, and an error. Auburn doesn't have a hit here in the inning, but the Tigers have scored 1, and they have loaded the bases against the Bulldogs here in the 3rd.
Derek Fabian, Auburn's leading hitter, hitting .412 for the season and tied for the team lead in RBIs coming into this game.
Yeah, in 2 fewer
10.
games.
Yeah.
2 fewer games.
He generally does a pretty good job of putting the ball in play.
Yeah. He'll be a right-handed hitter here against Fabian. Let's take this opportunity and check the Yellowwood scoreboard, shall we? A lot of other action in SEC baseball tonight as we check the Yellowwood scoreboard. Missouri trails Southeast Missouri 8-2. They're in the top of the 6th inning in Columbia. Stetson leads 4th-ranked Florida 5-4, playing that game in DeLand. Texas A&M leads Lamar 3-2 in the 3rd. UAB has jumped out to a 4-0 lead over Alabama in the 3rd inning in Birmingham. Georgia beat Presbyterian earlier today 4-3 in Athens. It was Kentucky shutting out Western Kentucky 5-0 in Lexington. Now here we go. Here is Flood, the righty, throws, and the first pitch to Fabian is a called strike, 0-1. Mississippi State beat Jackson State 19-6 in Starkville. South Carolina 7, Gardner-Webb 1. That's a final as well. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a late swing and a foul tip into the mitt by Fabian. It's 0-2. 87 on the fastball. Vanderbilt clubbed Indiana State 20-4. It was Tennessee over High Point 7-4. Arkansas over Grambling 21-1. Currently Ole Miss leads Little Rock 12-6 in the 8th. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Fabian.
Fabian, 22 plate appearances, 7 hits, 5 bases on balls. That's 23 plate appearances now.
Yeah. Bases full of Tigers. The pitch. Fly ball center field, well hit. Rodriguez goes back all the way to the warning track. He makes the catch. Runners tag from 2nd and 3rd. Sacrifice fly by Fabian. Makes it 5-0 Auburn. Fabian drives in his 11th run of the year. They gave that one a ride.
Bobby Pierce alertly tagged from 2nd and went to 3rd also.
So McMurray at first, Pierce at 3rd, and only 1 down for Christian Hall. The shift is on for the birthday boy. The pitch right down the middle for strike 1. And now Hall has seen a strike from Flood. He has better control over his fastball, does Flood, than he does with his off-speed pitches. He's ahead here, 0-1. The delivery. Off speed, belted, right field, way out of here. Christian Hall just pummeled it over the Samford bullpen. A crushing 3-run homer. Tigers lead 8-0.
Well, that's what you call a no-doubter, and that was not aided by any wind. He just turned on that and drove it to straight right field. And all of a sudden, the Tigers have broken this thing wide open. First run allowed by Flood. Of course, he won't make any friends because all those other runs were charged to his predecessor, Clevenger.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, that thing nearly got lost in orbit. 395 feet. First pitch low to Stanfield, 1-0. Auburn's 2nd home run of the game. 1-0 to Stanfield, up and in. 2 balls, no strike. 8-0 Tigers, bottom of the 3rd. That was the first hit of the inning, by the way. Pitch, nowhere close, low and away, 3-0.
Yeah, Tigers with 8 runs on 4 hits. But bases on balls have really helped them out, as they have all year.
It's a lot like the Wichita State game and the way it started, with big runs early, crooked numbers on the board. The pitch, there's a strike, 3-1, and a lot of gifted base runners.
3 walks and an error for the Tigers, and 2 of those 3 have come home to score. 2 of those 4 have come home to score.
3-1 up and in. That's a walk to Stanfield. 5 of the 8 runs that have scored in this game reached by way of either a hit or an error.
Yeah. You mean a walk?
I mean a walk or an error, yeah. Well, walk or error. All right, here's Mason Mainers. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Five runs here in the third inning have extended Auburn's lead, 8-0. Flood is the third Samford pitcher of the ball game, and he starts Mainers with the ball inside 1-0 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. The pitch to Mainers is a strike at the knees, and that'll even the count to the Auburn left fielder. It's 1-1. A walk, an error, a walk, a hit batter, a sacrifice fly, a 3-run homer, and a walk. That's the inning so far. Mainers upright stance, left-handed batter's box. Throw to first. Oh, he's airmailed it. Bounced back to second. No, there will be no throw as the second baseman, Anderson, just dropped the ball, and Stanfield takes second on a wild throw to first by Flood.
Zach Eady would not have caught that ball. It was way, way over the first baseman.
Yeah.
In fact, it was so far over his head, it hit the fence in the air and ricocheted all the way to the second baseman.
Bob Uecker had a line about that in Major League. We'll leave alone. Rockets and such. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed at the changeup, and it's 1-2. Mainers, the 8th man to bat here in this third inning. Auburn leads 8-0. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out. And Stanfield, the runner at second. 1-2 pitch. Way outside, 2-2. Auburn hosts UConn this weekend. That's a sneaky good series. UConn is a quality team, and they're coming in here for 3 this weekend, and then 2 midweek games next week against Air Force. 2-2 to Mainers is swung on and missed. Got him to go after a high fastball. Mainers 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 2 down, and Javon Hernandez, the batter. So Auburn plays Tuesday and Wednesday against Air Force, and then next weekend, Austin Peay is in for the final series before league play. Wind shifts. It's blowing in from right field. It had been blowing out to left. Pitch to Hernandez, a late swing and miss at a fastball. 0-1 to Javon, who grounded into a double play to end the second. He's batting here in the third with 5 in, 1 on and 2 out. Stanfield will be going on contact. Big hole on the left side as the third baseman Staten plays near the line, 7 feet or so. Swing and a miss by Hernandez again. He climbed the ladder for a high fastball.
9th man to bat in the inning. The first 4 scored. And of course, Christian Hall scored on his 3-run homer.
Top of the order's done some work tonight.
Yes,
scored
they have.
7 of the 8 runs, and the pitch to Hernandez is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The top 4 in the order have scored 7 of Auburn's 8. So doing business right away in the lineup. The right-hander Flood comes set. He deals, and he got a called third strike. Hernandez was looking for something else. Got a fastball down the middle, and that's the way the inning ends. But Auburn scores 5 times on just 1 hit. There were 2 Samford errors and 1 runner left on base. Tigers bat around in the third. They now lead it 8-0 here at Plainsman Park. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house online and owning it, between imagining living there and breathing in your new home for the first time. Having an advocate who can help you navigate the complex world of financing, inspections, negotiating, analyzing the market, and talking through any anxieties that may pop up, that can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors and bound by a code of ethics, because that's who we are.
Texting enrolls you in a reoccurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
10. Nice work. Thanks. Taking Nugenix Total T makes a huge difference for me.
Nugenix? That's the testosterone booster with TV ads with Frank Thomas, right?
Yes.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yes. Nugenix is a great way to feel stronger with more energy and endurance. And as Frank says, you'll like it too.
Text ROCK to 369-369 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix. Text ROCK to 369-369. That's ROCK to 369-369.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
We move to the fourth inning. Auburn 8, Samford nothing. It's been a terrific first 3 innings here for Connor McBride. We'll turn things over now to Paul Ellen to take you through the middle 3.
Thank you, Brad. Connor McBride has faced the minimum. 9 guys up, 9 guys down. He struck out 5 of those. The last batter of the third, a little dispute as he was hit by a pitch. After review, the umpiring crew ruled that he had extended his elbow into the pitch, and he was out by virtue of what is ruled a strikeout. So 9 up, 9 down, top of the order here for Samford to start the fourth inning. Garrett Staten will lead things off. He is 0 for 1, bounced to third, his first trip up. First pitch from the Auburn righty, missed outside for ball 1 and didn't miss by much.
Something Connor's done a good job of tonight is getting ahead.
Hasn't gone to a third ball count. 1-0 pitch on the way. I may have just put the jinx on him there. And it's 2-0, that one in the dirt.
You know, he has thrown a lot of strikes, but I wonder if Samford is going to be as aggressive the second time through against him. They've gone up there swinging a bunch. And
they have helped him out a little bit, and his breaking ball has been very effective. Bouncer third, Fabian dives, makes the play to his feet, and throws him out at first base. Hard hit ball by Garrett Staten. That's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. And I'll tell you what, Derek Fabian with a terrific play in the hole, gloved it, fully extended, and made the play at first with a good throw for out number 1.
He's really shining defensively just tonight, just these first 3 innings and change.
Garrett Howe steps up, takes a strike on a breaking ball. It's 0-1. Howe struck out swinging his first trip on 3 pitches. Left-hand hitter. Howe, the shortstop. Fabian plays him in on the edge of the grass, and there's a bouncer foul up the first base line. It's 0-2. A lot of movement we've seen out of Connor McBride. And I'll tell you, 2 of his 5 strikeouts have come when Ike Irish blocked a breaking ball and threw the runner out at first on a strike 3 play. McBride from the stretch, way high. And the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one slipped on him.
Yeah.
You could tell, and he's a little frustrated as he walks back behind the mound.
He wanted to go high with the fastball and maybe get a swing. He didn't want to go that high.
Well, and maybe a setup, too. We've seen him do that. We've seen him go high fastball ahead in the count 0-2 to set up the slider.
See if he tries to go back foot with the slider. Stretch, pitch on the way is fly ball left field on the run. Mainers diving. He can't get to it. It's a fair ball. It's in the corner, and it stayed under the padding out there, apparently, or jumped over the rail. And that'll be the first hit of the game as Garrett Howe gets a double, I guess a ground rule double down there as the ball just ticked off the glove of Mason Mainers, bounced high in the air. And I couldn't tell if it stuck under the padding or just got over the rail, but it got down in that dark corner.
It went over the rail, and credit Howe.
Yeah, just over the rail.
Going opposite field. Boy, I was hoping it would slice a little more. Maybe the wind would pick up. Mainers had such a long run. He gave full extension, gave the effort, couldn't quite get there.
First hit for Samford, runner at second. Pitch is high and away to Lucas Steele. So 1 ball, no strikes on the Bulldog catcher. Bounced to second his first time up. Just a long, long run from Mainers, and the ball hit about a foot fair off his glove. There's a swing and a miss. Maybe a foul tip off Irish, and it rolls away about 15 feet.
McBride 3 2/3 against UAB. He threw 59 pitches.
He has been in great control.
Yeah, he's only at 43 here.
We watched him warm up.
Yeah.
And he threw a few pitches from the wind and then went exclusively to the stretch. Pitch on the way is high and away. And the count goes 2-1, and Ike Irish is going to go out and have a word with McBride. And
yeah, Everett Tiefert is coming out too.
Coming out as well. If you're going to use up a visit, might as well get full value for it.
Well, and this is the first time tonight, right? Like he sailed through his first 10, all strikeouts and groundouts.
Yep.
Some nice defensive plays, but all strikeouts and groundouts. And now Hal, the first baseman, it's the first time all game that Cooper has had to deal with a man on base. So, did something about his delivery change, something about his pace. Those are things that Ike behind the plate and Coach Tiefert are watching, and they may have seen that something changed just a little bit, and they want to go remind him, hey, man, you've got it tonight.
Good catch by you, too. That double down the line by Hal was the first ball in the air.
Yeah.
Now, they've hit a few sharp balls on the infield, and Auburn's infield has made some fine plays behind McBride. All right, we're set to go. Pitch is a strike, and the count evens at 2-2 on Lucas Steele.
Backdoor slider, I think.
Batters aren't happy with the low strike there. They haven't been many of those. There've been a lot of high strikes. Stretch by McBride. Checks that runner at second. 2-2 on the way, stayed outside. First 3-ball count that McBride has had tonight. And we'll have a payoff pitch to the Samford catcher. Stretch by the Auburn right-hander. And the payoff pitch on the way, bounded on the right side. Second baseman in short center field will have no play. That'll be an infield hit. Hernandez had to come from short right field with the shift on. Just too far to go to make that play at first. He hit it in the perfect spot. Runners now at first and third.
He did. Without the shift, he's not even there to glove it. But because of where he's positioned in the shift, he'd at least get to it, but he had to come way too far.
Yeah. So first and third, after back-to-back hits here in the fourth inning. Auburn leads 8-0, and here is John Anderson, the cleanup man. He bounced sharply to third his first trip. And he got this one in the air. Back and left. On the track is Mainers. He has room, makes the play. It'll be a sac fly and an RBI as the runner from third tags up and scores. Garrett Howe gets the first run for Samford on a sac fly to deep left by Anderson. Anderson lofted that ball, but he just lofted it a little too much. Had enough to get it out of here. Mainers made a nice play running to the wall.
Yeah, Mainer's getting used to that left field configuration, and you got the big monster there, and he knew exactly where he was, right up against it.
So 2 out, runner at first. And here's John Rodriguez. Pitch to him, swing and a miss for strike one.
Ball looked like it just sort of stopped carrying, headed out toward left. Mainer's got right up against that wall and just waited.
The wall, the wind blowing that way, too, with a high ball. He did everything he could to get it out of here. A 1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike two. Well, Rodriguez struck out after a good at bat back in the second inning. So he's 0 for 1. But now he's in a hole, 0-2 to the Auburn right-hander.
First pitch was at the knees. Second was a little lower. Let's see if he elevates here or drops it again.
Stretch, runner with a short lead at first, 0-2 in the dirt. Irish good play, blocks it, but no play at second. As Steele got out, Steele got out to a nice break when he saw it roll about 10 feet away from Ike Irish.
Well, took his chances there with 2 strikes on Rodriguez. And you figure if you get thrown out there, Rodriguez will lead off the next inning there. And they want to try to be aggressive down 7.
Wild pitch gets him in second. There's a bouncer to third. Fabian up with it. Throw to first is a good one, and the side is retired on the 5-3 play. But a run in on 2 hits. No Auburn errors, and 1 man left on base. Middle of the 4th, it is Auburn 8, Samford 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Get ready to say War Eagle and sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, as Auburn baseball tickets are now on sale for the 2024 season. Don't miss any of the 32 exciting home games at Plainsman Park, as Butch Thompson and your 15th ranked Auburn Tigers are set to host Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ole Miss, and Alabama this season. Opening day on the Plains is set for Friday, February 16th versus Eastern Kentucky. Tickets start at just $12. You can secure yours today at aubtix.com. War Eagle.
Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 exit 96.
You'll be live.
Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh Sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game
10-4,
day.
we'll still wait.
Conecuh Sausage since 1947, a real winner.
As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, the 4th pitcher of the day for Samford comes on, and that is Noah Berry. Berry, B-E-R-R-Y, 6'5", 210 from James Clemens High in Madison, up there near Huntsville. He's a sophomore, and Berry this year has appeared in 1 game. He pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks. He also struck out 3. And threw 1 wild pitch. Noah Berry is the new pitcher for Samford. He replaces Flood. Flood gave up a run on a hit in 1 inning. He walked 1 and struck out 2. He faced 5 batters, threw 20 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. So Berry is on, and he will face the top of the order. Weiss, Irish, and Pierce for the Tigers here in the 4th, leading 8-1.
Third at bat for Cooper Weiss. He's walked both times previously, and he came around to score both times as well. Hey, Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. $2 hot dog night tonight, by the way.
Conecuh hot dogs, thank you.
First pitch, high for ball 1. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite. Always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store or visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama off I-65 at exit 96. 1-0 pitch caught the outside corner and the count evens up at 1-1 to Cooper Weiss. Weiss has run the count full both his previous at-bats before getting the base on balls. Pitch to him high and tight, and it's 2-1. Weiss, the quintessential leadoff man. He makes a pitcher work and draws a lot of bases on balls. And when he gets to first, he knows what to do. He has already 8 stolen bases. Pitches high.
I appreciate that Berry is a grip it and rip it kind of guy. He doesn't waste a lot of time on the mound.
3-1 pitch on the way, high, way up high. And a third base on balls for Connor Weiss.
Well, you know what? They nearly threw him out trying to steal last inning. I wonder if he would try to go again here. 8-1 lead, 4th inning.
Middle innings. Ike Irish has lined out hard to center field and reached on an error sacrifice bunt. So he didn't really have the error count against him. He scored a run after that. Irish left-hand hitter against the right-hander Berry, and the pitch is high and away for ball 1.
Berry redshirted last year, so this is his first action in college.
Stretch by Berry. Weiss, short lead, running lead, on his way to second. It's a strike, and he is in safely with a stolen base.
4 stolen bases in the game for Cooper Weiss.
Well, Lucas Steele had no chance then.
Yeah.
Berry had almost no lead. Weiss had almost no lead, but as Berry went to the stretch, Cooper just started walking and took off. Pitch is high and tight, and the count goes 2-1 on Irish. After checking him one time, Berry never looked over at Weiss a second time.
Third baseman Staten near the bag. Big hole on the left side, and I can go the other way.
2-1 pitch on the way to Irish, way outside, ball 3.
Not if it's there, though.
Yeah, and Berry having trouble finding the plate.
Not a lot of these are close, unfortunately for him.
Irish digs back in. Outfield deep and shaded around to the right side. Infield with a quasi shift. Pitch is fouled back, and the count full on Ike Irish.
Yeah, it was a fastball on the inner half. Ike thought he could get the hands in and drive it somewhere.
Second baseman Anderson playing pretty much straight up. The shortstop, Garrett Howe, is behind the bag, just shaded slightly toward the shortstop side. Stretch, payoff pitch from Berry is driven but foul. He turned on that and hit it about 390 feet.
4?
Yeah. Got it way out of the ballpark, but about 40 feet foul down the right field line. 3-2 the count remains on Ike Irish. Stretch pitch popped up, foul ground on the left side, and it will not come back. It lands over the grandstand. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ike, this year, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. He's seen his average drop to 290, though, with the 0-for-1 night.
There's just so much room on the left side. He is.
Left fielder Broom is in left center field, so a ton of room out there. And the pitch is lined on the left field line, but it's going to curve foul and into the seats and above the seats. Count remains 3-2, 3 straight foul balls for Ike Irish.
Well, Berry has dialed in his control a little bit. He has thrown strikes after being pretty wild to the first couple of batters. Got a good battle going on here with Irish.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Stretch in the pitch. Line left field, base hit. Weiss around third. Gabe Gross gives him the go sign, and he'll be in at second, and Irish goes to second on the throw. That's an RBI single for Ike Irish.
I love the plate discipline of Ike Irish, especially with 2 strikes. The foul balls were all to the left side. The hard hit ball, it was home run distance, but foul. That was to the left side. He was going to go opposite field.
If they gave him anything on the middle of the plate,
yep,
and he just served it into left, and there was about an acre and a half out there for him to land the ball in.
That's a
nothing
savvy,
Broom could do about it.
Now, savvy, aware approach. It was the approach by Irish there.
9-1 Auburn now, and here's Bobby Pierce. First pitch to Pierce is high for ball 1. Pierce had an RBI triple in the first, walked and scored in the third. 2 runs scored for Bobby tonight. Irish, good lead at second. They play Pierce pretty much straight away. And the 1-0 high again for ball 2. Nobody out, bottom of the 4th inning. Auburn leading 9-1. Broom playing very deep in left field. Pitch on the way, swing, and a foul tip at the plate. The count goes 2-1. And Bobby had visions of driving one off the big wall.
Yeah, I think
or over the big wall.
He thought he'd get a fastball at 2-0, and he did. His measurement of it was off a little bit.
Irish able to get a pretty good lead at second base. Stretch by Berry. Pitch sails inside and low, and the count 3-1. Control has been a problem for Noah Berry since he came in to start the inning. Right-hander stretches and a 3-1 swing and a miss. And he has run the count full now on Bobby Pierce.
That was a good slider. That had late movement tailing away from Bobby.
Pierce has had a 3-ball count all 3 plate appearances. Stretch by Berry. Payoff pitch is lined right field, base hit. Right fielder up with it, and Irish will stop at third. The ball was hit so hard, and Andrew Bennett came up with it on the second hop, and Irish just had no chance to score.
Another stinging backside base hit by Bobby Pierce. He generates so much bat speed. There's so much power and torque in his swing that ball got out there in a hurry on what was just a late flick of the wrist.
Yeah. Much like his triple in the first inning, he just nailed it, line drive down the right side, and here comes Tony David. We'll see if there's going to be another pitching change here.
I think there will be. He's walking toward the bullpen door.
Well, nobody out. First and third and a run in. And Tony David going to call the infield in, and here comes umpire John Binkin out. They tried to give whoever is working in the bullpen an extra couple of pitches, and Binkin going to break up the huddle on the mound as soon as he can.
I think this is 7, Carson Lohr.
Yep, Bacon gives David the sign to break it up, and Tony David gives the call to the bullpen. So we'll have the particulars for you when we come back as Samford makes the Cook's Pest Control call to the bullpen.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cooks today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
Call to the bullpen for number 7, Carson Lohr. Samford Jr., right-hander from Slidell, Louisiana, and Delgado Community College. 6 feet, 175. This is his 3rd appearance of the season. He has a save for the Bulldogs. No record, a 3.86 earned run average in 2 outings, 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He has given up a double, no homers, no hit batters, no wild pitches. Team's hitting .273 on the early season against Carson Lohr. The right-hander becomes the 5th pitcher of the day for Samford. Berry, a run on 2 hits and 1 walk. He faced 3 batters, did not retire an out. It went walk, single, single. Both base hits were well struck. And so that is it for Berry. And Lohr is on, L-O-R-E, to face Auburn's cleanup hitter, Cooper McMurray.
Lohr, good live arm. Book on him is a high 80s fastball and a high 70s breaking ball. So he'll mix it up. Breaking ball is a very late bite, and he has a reputation for throwing strikes. So a lot of pitches have been delivered by Samford hurlers tonight. We'll see if Lohr can throw strikes here. The right-hander will face Cooper McMurray. McMurray with a 2-run homer in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third and scored after that. So steps in. Boy, he was going for one there. Popped it up, foul out of play. And it comes down above the grandstand. 0-1 on Cooper McMurray.
The next pitch will be the 100th thrown by Samford pitching.
4 pitchers tonight so far for the Bulldogs. Runners lead first and third, nobody out. From Lohr, pitch is low and inside, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. McMurray, as expected, being played very deep. 3 homers for the Auburn first baseman so far this year. There's a bouncer foul up the first base line, so the count goes to 1-2.
And you get a guy who's anxious to swing the bat and put some more runs on the board, and he threw him a really nice changeup there on the inner half, had him way out in front.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the Auburn first baseman. Runners first and third. Auburn leads by 8 at 9-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch hit very, very high into right center field. Center fielder went way back. Now he comes charging in and makes the play. Rodriguez made the play in fairly straight away center field. Sac fly and an RBI for Cooper McMurray. He took a mighty swing, but it was more high than deep. And Rodriguez went back almost to the track and then came charging in to make the play. RBI for Cooper McMurray, and let's see, 3 in the first in that one, so he's now at 11 RBIs for the season. Bobby Pierce stayed at first on the high fly ball, and here's Derek Fabian. Fabian had a fly ball, sac fly to center his last time up. Stretch by Lohr, pitch on the way, bounce toward third. Third baseman Gloves wanted to go to second, had no chance there, but he threw to first in time to get the out.
He bobbled the ball.
Number 2.
Staten bobbled the ball as he brought it out of his glove to make the throw to second base, and he's fortunate that he was able to get his bare hand on it and that he didn't drop it all together and be out of a play altogether. As it was, he was able to gather it and throw out at least Fabian, but the inning is still going because of the bobble.
So, man at second now. And here's Christian Hall taking a strike on the outside corner, strike 1. I don't think that would have been a double play, but he could have retired the leadoff man. The 0-1 pitch missed inside, and the count evens 1-1.
Agreed, although Fabian hit it hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it got there quickly, but it would have been tough to double up Derek.
Hall has homered and struck out tonight so far. His homer, a 3-run blast. There's a bouncer foul up the first baseline, and the count 1-2. Well, Lord.
How about that? Carl Nonemaker with the bare hand stab over there.
I quit looking because Carl normally does not make a play. He
No.
just lets him go.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Hall. Tied for the Auburn lead. Well, he has 3 homers so far. Takes this one outside, and the count evens at 2-2.
I think a 3-run home run on your birthday puts you in pretty good position to be a candidate for a postgame interview.
It very well does. 2-2 on the way. Chops foul at the plate, and the count remains 2-2. Yeah.
He recognized that changeup and just couldn't get his swing slowed down enough, but he saw it.
Auburn leading 10-1. 2 here in the 4th, 5 in the 3rd, and 3 in the 1st. Stretch, and the pitch from Lohr popped foul out of play. Count still remains 2-2. So at least a 7-pitch at bat for Derek Hall. They put the shift on for him. Right fielder not playing real deep, but the second baseman makes up for it. He's playing about 30 feet out on the grass. Pitch is chopped on the right side. Second baseman gloves it, throws to Lohr covering a heads-up play, and they get Derek Hall at first on a 4-1 play for out number 3 in the inning for Auburn. 2 runs on 1 hit. On 2 hits make that. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We've played 4, Auburn 10, Samford 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Hey, this is Kevin Tudhope, owner of Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. It's basketball season, and we've got you covered with 77 TVs to watch all of your favorite games. Come in and enjoy ice-cold beer and your favorite wings with our happy hour specials from 11 to 6, daily Sunday through Friday. Want to have a watch party to cheer on your Auburn Tigers? Call in and reserve a spot on our new patio for your group party. And the NCAA tournament is right around the corner. We are your official March Madness headquarters with all games televised. Baumhauer's Victory Grill in Auburn. War Eagle.
Hey, it's Bruce Pearl. When you find a player who's electric, what a game changer. Like the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning truck. It's got the performance you'd expect from an F-150, plus state-of-the-art tech like intelligent backup power. So if the lights go out at your properly equipped house, you've got the power to turn them back on. Game changing. That's what I'm talking about. See your local Ford dealer to learn more about the F-150 Lightning. Available at Ford EV certified dealers only. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
So who did you have in the T-Rex race?
I like the underdog. I was going for Ed, and Ed got out to a huge lead. At the turn, Ed was comfortably ahead.
I think Ed cheated on the turn, though.
I think something's up. I smell a rat.
6, 7, and 8 for Samford to face Connor McBride here in the top of the 5th inning. Just 53 pitches through 4 innings for McBride, who has been in control. Auburn leads at 10-1. First pitch is popped foul and out of play by Andrew Bennett. Bennett struck out on a breaking ball in the dirt. Ike Irish threw him out at first. 5th inning brought to you by Wind Creek Hotel and Casino with 3 Alabama locations in Montgomery, Atmore, and Wetumpka. You can escape every day at Wind Creek Hotel and Casino and online at windcreek.com. Stretch by McBride, and the 0-1 is fouled again to the right side.
You know what I'd like for them to do? I don't think they would do this. I don't think they put the players in, but put football players or track, athletes in those dinosaur suits. Like, let them get after it.
Well, you know the athletic director. Next time he's up here, that's a suggestion you could make.
Yeah.
There's a pitch bounced in the dirt for ball 1. And the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes on Andrew Bennett. Stretch by McBride. Long stretch. He's working a little bit slower this inning, and the pitch is chopped foul into the Auburn dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Auburn plays Bennett, the right-hand hitter, a little bit away in the outfield toward right field. Everybody else straight away in the infield.
See how quick he gets this pitch off. I wonder if some of that is intentional, try to throw the hitter's rhythm off.
It's a different cadence, if you will, for McBride this inning. 1-2, misstep high, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. McBride with the ball. Long stretch again. And the 2-2 pitch, chopped foul again, over on the left side.
58 pitches now, 41 strikes so far.
Oh, he's been around the plate all night. He's got some swings on the breaking ball that were not in the strike zone as well, that were well set up. Stretch. And the Auburn right-hander gets his sign. 2-2 on the way in the dirt. And the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Just kind of overthrew the fastball then.
Yeah, and that's a pitch that he got a swing and a miss on the first time through the order.
Yep. So a payoff pitch due from the Auburn righty, McBride. Stretch. Long stretch, 3 seconds on the pitch clock. And now here's the pitch, and it is skied to center field. Second baseman out. Bobby Pierce is over into short right center. Long run for Bobby, but he got there for out number 1.
Yeah, veteran leadership in right field. He saw it the entire way, and he covers ground effortlessly. Had no trouble at all pulling up and making the call and the catch.
Terrific speed in the outfield for Auburn,
yeah,
by the way. So 1 up and 1 down, and here's Cade Carr. Carr bounced to McMurray the first time up. He's 0 for 1. Pitch is bounced towards short. Shortstop will have to charge. He gets it and throws, and Weiss guns him down on the first pitch. Score at 6-3 and 2 outs very quickly here now in the top of the 5th inning.
A little slow roller off the end of the bat. That's a nice play by Weiss to charge and then get enough on the throw.
Auburn baseball brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM. 8-hitter Braden Broom at the plate, and he hits us a ton. Straightaway center field. Center fielder Stanfield is back, though, and he's got plenty of room to make the play for out number 3. So after a long first at bat, the next 2 guys hit the first pitch, and it's a quick top of the 5th inning. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on base for Samford. Middle of the 5th inning, Auburn 10, and the Samford Bulldogs 1. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, it's a great day for Auburn Tigers to get vaccinated. Many children and adults that delayed vaccinations during the pandemic are still behind schedule. It's crucial that we take steps to get everyone back on track with their routine immunizations. Children and teens can still catch up on their vaccinations even if they start late. Make sure you and your family are all up to date on all recommended vaccines, including COVID-19 and flu. Let's all do our part to get back on track. Don't wait. Vaccinate. For more information, visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by Cook's Pest Control and the Centricon system. You don't have to live with termites.
No, you don't, but you do have to live with a new pitcher on this call to the bullpen for Samford. It is Alex Gato. Gato, G-A-E-T-O. Gato, 6'4", 190. He's a right-hander. He's a sophomore from Albuquerque. And Albuquerque Academy. Gato on the year has not pitched.
He has no scouting report either.
No. This will be the first action for Gato this season. So, we'll see if we get some information on him.
Big, tall right-hander.
Yeah, where's number 37? 17 appearances last year for Samford. 1-0, 21 innings, 28 strikeouts.
That would indicate he's probably a power pitcher.
Yeah.
If you're guessing. So he completes his warm-up and
struck out the side against Mississippi State in Starkville last year.
Well, okay.
So
here's Chris Stanfield. Stanfield made a nice play in center field on a hard hit ball that was skied to left center. He made a nice running catch to end the top of the inning. He steps up. 1 for 1 so far and takes the first pitch low and inside for ball 1. One 1-0 pitch is lined left field. Left fielder back near the track and makes the catch. Braden Broom for out number 1 on a hard hit ball by Chris Stanfield.
Chris will have a dozen or so balls that he doesn't hit anywhere near that hard that find an open space, that get down somewhere.
They had Broom shaded perfectly.
Yeah.
And Chris did not have his hat fall off on the way down to first, but it flies off a lot in the game. Chris has a passion for the Miracle League of East Alabama, thanks to Jackson Services. And there's a pitch low for ball 1 to Mason Mainers. Thanks to Jackson Services, whenever Stanfield's hat falls off, they will support the Miracle League to the tune of $100. It's hats off number 3. There's a strike to even the count on Mason Mainers. Sponsored by Jackson Services. That's a big NIL deal and one that does a lot of good for Chris Stanfield. There's a chopper to short. Shortstop Gloves has trouble but gets it out of his glove and throws to first in time for out number 2.
These are good swings. They're outs,
yeah.
but Auburn's getting good swings on Gato.
Howe had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove as he moved towards second, but he just had enough on the throw to get Mason Mainers 2 up, 2 down for Auburn. And Javon Hernandez at the plate. The wind and the pitch to Hernandez, missed inside for ball one. Hernandez has bounced into a double play and struck out. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Wind and the pitch on the way, fouled back to the screen, and count is now even at 1-1.
Yellowwood scoreboard tonight, Paul. You got 3 SEC basketball games. Georgia leads LSU 58-57.
Pitch is a strike as Hernandez could not hold up the bat. Tried to check his swing.
5.5 minutes to go in Baton Rouge in that game, and
1-2 pitch, lined into right center field. That ball is going to a diving tryout there.
Wow.
And he made the play.
Wow.
He made the play. It took a moment for outfield umpire Furlong, Jack Furlong, to get out there, but John Rodriguez made a diving play in right center field for out number 3, and that's a gold star play by the Samford center fielder. Auburn goes in order in the bottom of the 5th inning. No runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on base. We played 5. It's Auburn 10, Samford 1. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Presenting the all-new Aubie's Kids Club. Benefits include an exclusive Aubie-branded swag box or bag, t-shirt, membership card, access to exclusive Kids Club events, as well as free admission to non-conference baseball, softball, and women's basketball games. Members also get a monthly newsletter from Aubie, a special invitation to Aubie's birthday party, and a personalized birthday card. 2 membership options are available. Learn more and register at aubieskidsclub.com.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank, Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
As we move to the 6th inning, new pitcher for Auburn, Connor McBride, goes 5 innings strong, 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 5 strikeouts. He did have 1 wild pitch, gave up a double. That was the only extra base hit that he gave up in the 2. He threw 63 pitches and 44 of them were strikes. Terrific outing, Connor McBride, and he is in pretty good shape to pick up his first win of the season. He's replaced by left-hander Griffin Graves, who got the win last week on Tuesday night against UAB. The freshman from Jackson, Tennessee, Trinity Christian, 5'10", 184. The freshman went 2 innings against UAB last week. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So our second look this year at Griffin Graves. Quick check of the Yellowwood scoreboard. Kentucky has overcome an 8-point halftime deficit. They lead Mississippi State 74-71 with 3 minutes to go in Starkville in that matchup. So some tight games across SEC basketball tonight, and Samford sends a pinch hitter to the plate.
Right-hand hitter, and we'll get you the particulars on him in just a moment. First pitch from Graves, fouled back and out of play.
It's Cullen Horowitz.
So Horowitz at the plate and has a 0-1 count against Griffin Graves. Stretched by the Auburn lefty, and the pitch on the way misses. Low and away, and the count evens on Horowitz at 1-1. Well, Connor McBride did nothing to hurt his chances of getting a lot more work.
No.
And a lot of weekend work with his outing tonight. 1-1 pitch. Misses, and the count goes to 2-1 on Horowitz.
Griffin, compact frame, compact delivery. Gets a lot of pop on his fastball from a shorter delivery.
Auburn plays Horowitz kind of shallow in the outfield, except in left. Stretch and the pitch by Graves, swing and a miss. The count evens at 2-2.
Horowitz, a guy who has started the majority of their games. He's played in all of them but 1. He started 4 He is just 3 for 11, though, on the season with 4 strikeouts.
Horowitz digs back in, 2-2 pitch. Set to come from Graves, and there it is. It's fouled out of play. Back over the screen, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Horowitz.
6'4", 215. Out of West Virginia and then San Jacinto College.
Where Santa Ana made his last stand. Pitch on the way, misses outside, and the count goes full on Horowitz. I could give you some history on that, but
I would love some history on that.
It's
Paul.
somewhat risque, so I'll share it between innings. Payoff pitch on the way, misses outside. And so a leadoff base on balls to Horowitz to start the 6th inning. We go back to the top of the order. Garrett Staten steps up. Staten has bounced to third both of his chances. He's hit the ball fairly well, hit it particularly well. He got robbed of a hit by Derek Fabian his last time up. Auburn infield looking for the double play now as they give up the base on balls to leadoff man, and there's a shot to second. And it gets under the glove of Hernandez. It was really hit like a rocket. We'll see how they score it. Probably going to be a base hit, but we'll wait and see. They're obviously debating it. About 3 booths down to our left.
It was hit sharply, but...
Well, I think Hernandez was partially screened by second base umpire Jack Furlong, too.
Yeah.
So it was hit sharply, and runners are at first and second now with nobody out. Samford trying to mount a rally here. Graves stretches. Pitch on the way. Misses low to Garrett Howe.
They give him a hit.
They gave him a hit on that. Okay, so Howe got the first hit of the game for Samford and came around to score their only run. He's 1 for 2. Hit a slicing double right on the line in left field his last time up. Struck out against McBride in the first. Stretch by Graves. Pitches high. And the count 2-0 now. And in danger of getting into a pickle here is Garrett Graves. Griffin Graves make that.
Griffin against Garrett.
Yes. Pitch misses way outside. Irish bluffs a throw to first, but nobody was covering anyway. So, and the count goes 3-0. And the Auburn bullpen gets busy. Auburn lefty stretches. Runners lead first and second. Pitch is a fast strike right down the middle. And the count now 3-1. Auburn still looking to turn 2. That single by Garrett Staten could have been a double play ball if it's hit maybe a foot to the right. There's a pitch fouled off. Out of play to the left side. And the count now full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
A couple of right-handers. Parker Carlson, Dylan Watts in the pen for Auburn. Leisurely throwing right now. They're not in a hurry just yet.
Big pitch here for Griffin Graves. Runners lead first and second. And the payoff pitch is lined down the left field line and foul. He hit it well, and he hit it a long way, but it was cutting all the way and wound up 15, 20 feet foul. So we'll do it again. Runners were not going on the 3-2 pitch, down by 9 runs. Stretch by Graves. Howe digs in. Pitch is a check swing roller on the left side. Third baseman gloves it and just puts it back in his glove. It'll be an infield hit.
Smart play by Fabian. That had some really funky spin to the side that he had to adjust mid-stride in charging for the ball, and it just wasn't hit hard enough. He had no play. So that'll load the bases with nobody out, and Everett Tiefert is out of the Auburn dugout.
Yeah, the whole infield will meet on the mound. The ball had a slow chop, as you mentioned, with a lot of side spin on the check swing on a payoff pitch. And there was just not much Derek Fabian could do with that other than to hold it. A throw to first would not have been in time, and there was no way to go at either of the other runners. So bases are loaded, nobody out. Couple of singles and a walk here for Griffin Graves. And with the bases loaded and the meeting on the mound, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Auburn leading 10-1, but nobody out here in the top of the sixth. Samford with the bases loaded, and activity is becoming more intense in the Auburn bullpen. Here's Graves to face Lewis Steele, and he drives it left field. Left fielder Mainers is back short of the track, makes the play. It'll be a sacrifice fly on RBI. Mainers comes into to third base and holds the runners at first and second, but a sac fly and an RBI for Steele on the first pitch, and it's 10-2. So the base on balls to the leadoff man comes home to haunt. Auburn pitching, but he got the strike when he needed it. And here's John Anderson. Anderson had a sac fly and an RBI for their other run his last time up. 0 for 1. Pitch is high and away for ball one. One out, runners first and second.
In the fourth, they got a one-out double followed by a single and then a sacrifice fly for the second out of the inning. And because of the way Auburn played the sacrifice, they were able to limit them to one run.
Pitch misses low, and the count goes 2-0 now on cleanup man John Anderson.
Sometimes the temptation is to try to throw to a base that doesn't make the most sense, because Mainers threw to third base on that last sacrifice fly. Now you have runners first and second. It's very different than first and third.
Pitch is fouled out of play on the right side, and the count goes 2-1. Yeah, Auburn's still looking for the double play. Get him out of this inning with minimal damage. It's 10-2. The Tigers lead it as we play in the top of the sixth inning. Stretch by Graves. 2-1. Misses way outside. The nice play by Ike Irish to backhand that ball over in the left-hand batter's box.
Different scenario tonight for Graves than the one that he faced against UAB, and it's of his own creation. He's kind of got himself into the jam, but it's important experience for the youngster to try to deal with different kinds of pressure.
3-1 is a strike on the outside corner. And the count is full once again.
Never throw the bat away till you're sure.
Anderson digs back in. Runners first and second. We'll see if they take off with the cleanup man on. They are not moving, and the pitch is high and away for ball four. So the bases again loaded. We'll see how long Auburn stays with Griffin Graves. Everett Tiefer is on the top step.
No longer.
And here he comes. So, tough outing for Graves. Walked two, gave up a couple of singles and a sac fly, and that's going to be it for Griffin Graves. Auburn is making a Ford F-150 call to the bullpen.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Third pitcher of the game for Auburn is Dylan Watts, and he just rifled one to the scoreboard on the backstop. Watts, the third pitcher, 6'2", 187, right-hander from Enumclaw, Washington at Tacoma High School. And a week ago tonight, he pitched the ninth inning against UAB. Gave up a run on 2 hits, walked 1, no strikeouts. 2 for 5 were the Blazers a week ago against Dylan Watts at Tacoma Community College. Last year, 14 appearances and a 0.23 earned run average. First team all-region in the JUCO level. Dylan Watts on for his second appearance. Griffin Graves, youngster, struggled a bit in his second Auburn outing. Third of an inning, he gave up 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 run to this point. Bases are loaded, though, and all those runners belong to Graves.
Dylan Watts, with that record last year, was good enough to be selected in the 18th round by the Milwaukee Brewers, but elected to come back to college, and after growing up in the Seattle-Tacoma area, came about as far across away from Seattle and Tacoma as you could.
Yeah, it's true. That's a great point. Well, the coaches liked him. They were in on him pretty early, and they are high on what Dylan Watts can do throughout this season. And they're high on what Griffin Graves can do throughout this season as well. The young guy just had a rough night tonight. Watts, fastball, low 90s, tops out around 94 on the 4-seamer. He's got a 2-seam fastball as well. Slider, change.
Slider is his off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
And it's about 8 miles per hour slower than his fastball. He inherits a bases-loaded situation. Josh Rodriguez at the plate. Rodriguez 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. Pitch on the way, and he grounds that one hard at the Auburn dugout. It hits the facing of the dugout. Comes back out, 0-1. On John Rodriguez. Rodriguez made that great diving play in center field a couple of innings ago to rob Hernandez of extra bases for Auburn. Auburn looking for 2 still to get out of the inning. Stretch and the pitch. Lined into center field. Center fielder is over. Stanfield fairly short, and the runner's going to try to come in, and the throw comes in. It'll be late. It'll be a sac fly. And an RBI again for
Auburn,
John Rodriguez.
I'll tell you, Auburn thinks that that Staten left early. And they threw over to third to try to appeal. I don't know if they're going to review this or not. Yeah, the umpires are going to get together now. And we'll see if they saw anything. But Auburn immediately threw to third and asked them to take a look at whether Staten left early.
Well, the umpires are just meeting right now. Not sure they're going to go and review. And now they are going to go into the video room and have a review here. So don't mark your scorecard yet.
We know it's an out. We know Rodriguez flew out.
Auburn has already appealed at third. There was no call made there.
Right.
So we'll see if the call is going to be Garrett Staten leaving early or if it'll be 10-3. Ball was routine center field, maybe a little bit in shallow center field. Stanfield made a nice play and made a throw to the plate. His throw to the plate was late. And over in the left-hand batter's box.
I wonder if the high home angle will show third base and the catch at the same time. It should, unless they're zoomed in too tight on Chris. Again, those of you watching on the SEC Network Plus telecast tonight, what we'll look at in the booth is the same thing you'll see on your screen if we indeed get the replay. The officials have more than that.
At this point, we're not getting a replay.
Right.
And so they may have to try to sync it up, and that does not bode well for Auburn's appeal.
This is the curbside replay. 2 officials, 2 umpires back in a room adjacent to the dugout. All right, so we will get a look. Does he have it there? That is the camera. It's the high home plate look. Kind of the all-field angle.
I tell you, he got a great jump.
Runner leaving third stands. Auburn's charge, 1 challenge.
All right, so it's staying. They just didn't have enough they didn't have enough evidence.
That high home camera, it just doesn't give you a close enough look at the center fielder to tell when the ball hit his glove.
Yeah, And you know that because he said call stands instead of call confirmed.
So it's 10-3, Auburn leads now. Runners at first and second. Here's Andrew Bennett. Bennett 0 for 2, struck out and flied to right.
I really like the addition of the umpire announcing to the crowd.
Clarifying everything, yeah. All right, stretch by Watts. Checks the runner at second. And the pitch on the way is a check swing, and they say he didn't go.
Boy, there's good zip on that fastball.
Yes.
92, and it looked faster than that.
Yeah, he gunned that one in there to Bennett.
Well, the next thing we need to do is bring that same thing to basketball, Paul.
Yeah.
Where after all those.
Where the referees, the officials can explain the call.
Yep.
Check swing, and it's ball 2.
Those replay setups in basketball are over there near the PA microphone in most cases.
Yeah. All right, stretch by Watts. And the pitch on the way. Popped foul on the first base side, out of play. And a fan made a nice barehanded try, but too much spin. Fortunately, it's not a cold night, so it shouldn't do too much damage over there. The run being charged to Griffin Graves, by the way, in this inning, both runs. All right, stretch by Watts. 2-1 to Bennett. Missed high and away, and the count goes 3 balls and a strike to the Samford right fielder. Auburn continues to have activity in the bullpen here in the middle innings. Again, the stretch, 3-1, foul back. And the count goes 3-2. Bennett very late on that one. 10-3, Auburn leads at top of the 6th inning. 2 outs, 2 on for Samford. Auburn jumped on top early and built that 10-1 lead before Samford really could get off the schneid. Runners go, pitch up the middle, taken by Hernandez, and he got him by a fraction on the fielder's choice. Woo. A little close there at second base.
That was. I'm a little surprised there's not an argument here, but I guess he was right there on the play. So
in the inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, no Auburn errors. 1 man left on base. 2 men left on base. Middle of the 6th, Auburn 10, Samford 3. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
By now, your daily routine is probably a little too routine. Don't you want to change? Don't you want to start playing by your own rules and escape the routine so your fantasy becomes reality? Where every night is an adventure, where new flavors are ready to be tasted, where it feels like you're a winner. Take a chance. Reward yourself. Make your routine anything but routine. Escape every day at Wind Creek Casino and WindCreekCasino.com.
War Eagle, Butch Thompson here, and we need all of the Auburn family to join On to Victory. Your membership directly supports our student athletes on and off the field and helps us build the best team in the nation. Become a member today.
Be part of Auburn's winning team. Visit ontovictory.com.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
New pitcher for Samford on this call to the bullpen is number 30, Matt Manley. He is a freshman from Huntsville, and Manley will be getting his first action of the season. He's a right-hander, 6'1", 190 from Madison Academy. He's the 6th pitcher of the night for Samford. Manley ranked the number 15 overall player in the state of Alabama by a perfect game. Second team All-State selection. So Manley is on, and he will face I'm sorry, Cooper Weiss, top of the order for the Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th.
1-2-3 for Auburn with a 10-3 lead. Tigers would like to tack on 3 or 4 more here as we go to the late innings. Cooper Weiss digs in from the right side and takes a pitch high for ball 1. Cooper has walked 3 times and scored 3 runs. He has also stolen 3 bases, 4 bases make that. Pitch is high for ball 2, and the count goes 2 balls, no strikes on Cooper Weiss. The wind by Manley as he gets a sign and delivers to the plate, and there is a strike on the outer half. Count goes 2-1. 10-3 Auburn. Manley gets a sign, and the 2-1 is high and away. And the count goes 3-1 on the Auburn leadoff man. Walked on 2 full counts and then walked on a 3-1 count. So he's seen a lot of pitches tonight, has Cooper Weiss. 3-1 on the way, and there's a strike. And he'll see another full count pitch. Weiss hitting .304 for the season. Payoff pitch missed outside, and that is walk number 4 for Cooper Weiss. And here's Ike Irish. So Weiss on base again. Irish steps in to face the freshman. And the outfielders start walking backward. They'll play Irish very deep. Ike tonight, a single and an RBI. A sac bunt, and that swing and a foul tip got the catcher, Lucas Steele. And Steele's going to have a minute to compose himself after the foul tip. Got a piece of it. Irish lined out hard to center field. He had a sacrifice bunt that was thrown away by the pitcher. Wound up coming around to score eventually, and had a single, an RBI, and another run scored. He scored twice and driven in a run. Steele's going to be all right and stay in the game. Throw to first, and Weiss dives back in. After 4 steals tonight, they're going to pay a little attention to Weiss here. Cooper Weiss, 10 steals on the year and 11 tries. Make that, 10 out of 11. Pitch to Irish, swing and a miss and an off-speed curve. And it's 0-2 on the Auburn catcher. Ike, a .312 hitter on the year. 2 homers and a triple among his extra base hits. Weiss with a massive lead at first, and the pitcher steps off. That was a good job by Manley to step off without a balk, as Weiss was 20 or 25 feet down the line, and he scrambled back to first. Pitch to Irish is drilled to center field, no carry. Center fielder over, and Rodriguez makes the catch for out number 1. Weiss retreats to first. 1 out now, and that'll bring up Bobby Pierce. Bobby's 2 for 2 tonight. He has scored twice and driven in a run. He tripled in the first, walked and scored in the third, and had a base hit for a single in the 4th inning. We're here in the bottom of the 6th now. Stretch by Manley. Pitch on the way. Is lined right center field, base hit. Right fielder over there in a hurry and came up with a ball, and another hard hit ball for Bobby Pierce tonight. Hit so hard that Cooper Weiss had to stop at second. So runners at first and second, 1 out, and that'll bring up Cooper McMurray. McMurray with a 2-run homer in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Sac fly and an RBI in the 4th inning. So Cooper with now 11 RBIs as he steps up with men on base. And there's a liner. We don't have a call yet from the third base umpire, and they call it fair. He looks to the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire, Jack Beacon, calls it fair. Third base umpire Jeremy Dupree was scrambling to get out of the way, and Tony David wasted no time coming out of the dugout, and I think they may appeal this as a scrambling, spinning line drive down the third baseline, hit in fair territory, but by the time it got behind the bag, it was in foul territory. Garrett Staten, the third baseman, able to knock it down in foul territory, but had no play. It'll either be a base hit for Cooper McMurray. The umpire's going to talk it over. Third base umpire Jeremy Dupree did not see the ball when it crossed the bag. He was scrambling to get out of the way of that line drive. He appealed to the home plate umpire for help, and Beacon called it fair. We'll wait and see what the final call will be. So far, they have not gone in to review it, and I'm not sure review is going to help a whole lot here. But after a meeting of the home plate umpire with his crew, he's going to come over and talk to Tony David, and David's going to go to the first base umpire. First base umpire Morris Hodges, the senior umpire on this crew. Not much Hodges can do from the first base line. That ball was just a screamer down the line. And as Jeremy Dupree scrambled out of the way, he appealed to the home plate umpire, and he said, yeah, it went over the bag. So it will go as a base hit. And the base is now loaded for Auburn with one out, and Derek Fabian at the plate, and he pops the first pitch back for strike one. He was going for the grand slam with that one. He may need to retie his shoes after that swing.
He was itching for an opportunity there.
First pitch swinging, and he came out of those shoes. 0-1 on Fabian. Pitch is a check swing foul at the plate, and very quickly 0-2. The base hit by McMurray, just something I'm not sure anybody other than maybe the third baseman Staten saw it if he did, and he was diving to try to make a backhand stop. Full windup now for Manley. Pitch on the way is line. Second baseman gloves it. Throw back to second. No, not in time. So a line out by Derek Fabian.
That's a terrific play by Anderson. He just saved maybe a couple of runs, probably
at
two
least
runs.
2 runs, yeah. Runners all scramble back to their respective bases. Bases remain loaded. And now with 2 outs, here's Christian Hall. Hall has struck out, launched a long 3-run homer, and bounced to the second baseman. 1 for 3, and it was a big one. Ball gets away from the catcher, and the run's going to score, and runners move up 90 feet. I guess that'll be a wild pitch. We'll see how they score it.
You know, it's hard with this new configuration with the Hall of Fame club taking away some of the foul territory. It's harder to score from third on a play, but it rolled up the line.
He'd have been better off if he had not touched the ball and it hit the brick and come back.
Correct.
You know? So a run scores. And the pitch is lined into right field. Second baseman over in right field, gets it, throws to first, and they got him at first base.
Oh! Close.
Bang, bang play at first. They were playing really deep in the outfield. The second baseman charged up and got it for out number 3. In the inning, Auburn gets a run on 2 hits. No Auburn errors, 2 men left on base. So we go to the 7th. It's Auburn 11, Samford 3. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for... Aw, Jim.
Best Coke ever? Take a taste, Jen.
We're still on the air.
Hello, this is Coach Hugh Freeze. They say Coke Zero Sugar is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself. War Eagle.
Take it from me, basketball season is a grind. That's why it's great to get away and recharge in my Ford F-150 truck. With available Pro Power on board, which lets me use F-150 as a mobile generator, I can enjoy the great outdoors while watching games and highlights on my flat-screen TV. Ah, relaxation. Check out the official truck of the Auburn Tigers at your local Ford dealer and tell them Bruce Pearl sent you. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions. Some models, trims, and features may not be available and may be subject to change.
7, 8, and 9 up to face the Auburn pitcher, Dylan Watts here as we go to the 7th inning. Auburn leading 11-3. Cade Carr, the designated hitter, will lead things off. He's 0 for 2, and here to take you the rest of the way, Brad Law.
All right, Paul, thank you very much. 11-3 Tigers. Bottom third of the order. Carr has grounded out twice. Both of those times were against McBride. Connor McBride was terrific in his start tonight. Dylan Watts goes to work and misses low with a first pitch fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Carr ground outs to first and to short. Tigers with 11 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Pitch. High fly ball, right side, foul ground. McMurray in foul territory. Pierce giving chase as well. Lands about a row or 2 deep into the seats, right side foul. So that'll even the count at a ball and a strike.
Abbott in no man's land with Hernandez, McMurray, and Bobby Pierce all on the dead run. If it had landed in play, I don't think anybody could have made the play. It was right against the screen and just got over the screen.
So the 1-1 to Carr. On the way. Threw him a breaking ball and missed it high, 2-1. Yellowwood scoreboard, SEC basketball. LSU beats Georgia 67-66. Georgia made a big run in the second half. Wasn't enough. 2-1. Fastball hammered to third. Knocked down by Fabian. He gathers and throws in plenty of time to get Carr by a step. He smoked the ball to third, but Fabian knocked it down with his chest and then made the throw for the out.
That's why they call it the high corner.
Yep.
You know, on a ball like that, you just have to keep it in front of you and you will have time to make a play.
Also on the Yellowwood scoreboard, number 16, Kentucky, +10 against Mississippi State in the second half. Cats come from behind to beat the Bulldogs in Starkville 91-89. Arkansas with the early 20-11 lead over Vandy. Played 8.5 minutes in Fayetteville. Bunt shown by Broom. Did he get the bat back? He did, says first base umpire Mo Hodges. Pitch was high. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 7th inning. Watts from the stretch puts a foot down, fires home, gets a swing and a miss on a fastball.
Well, he wasn't going to bunt that one, that's for sure.
Watts just a straight up and down stretch motion, perfectly straight as he set at the belt. Now the delivery. High fly ball, right side, foul ground again. McMurray and Pierce give chase. Will they have room? No, again it lands about 1 or 2 rows deep in the seats.
Thought that one might come back.
I did too.
It was so high with so much spin. Thought I had a chance.
A ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Auburn got 3 in the first, 5 in the third. That 5 runs in the third inning, part of the difference in this ball game here. 11-3 Auburn. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors for Samford. The 1-2 to Broom. Swing and a miss. Got him with a breaking ball there. Beautiful pitch by Watts. 2 up, 2 down in the 7th.
First strikeout by Dylan in the game, and he did a good job. He came in, put out the fire, and a full-blown jam in the top of the 6th inning, and he's retired 4 in a row now.
6 strikeout for Auburn pitching. K-Counter brought to you by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1. Here's Horowitz. Swing and a miss by Horowitz. He came on to hit last inning for Harris. I wonder if Harris You know, Harris and Irish collided earlier in the ball game, and an inning or two later is when Horowitz came in. 0-1. And drops in there for a strike. Of course, Horowitz has been a main player for them. No balls, 2 strikes here to the Samford first baseman. Right-handed batter. Watts ready to go quickly here. Stretch pitch. Lined hard toward short. Backhand glove by Weiss on the short field grass. Throw to first. Long throw in time. Nifty play by Weiss on the short left field grass. And then the long throw. 3 up, 3 down. Nice job by Watts in the 7th. Time to stretch at Plainsman Park. 11-3. Auburn in front. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of Auburn Athletics. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to games or any other live event, SeatGeek's the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Tiger fans can fan. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
Auburn with early offense in the game tonight. 3 runs in the first, 5 in the third. Took a commanding lead, and Connor McBride was excellent in 5 innings of work as the starter tonight, and that has been the story. It's 11-3 Tigers as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Hey, Auburn baseball brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. From first aid care at today's game to cancer care at the Spencer Cancer Center, East Alabama Health is a team player you can rely on day after day. Manley back
Auburn
to work.
has been very efficient offensively. 2 homers and a triple. Tigers have scored 11 and left only 4 on base.
Matt Manley back on the mound. And the first pitch to Chris Stanfield. Pops the mid on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Manley has been impressive.
Yeah. Stanfield a single and a walk. He's also lined out hard to left field. He takes ball 1 low. 1-1 the count to the Auburn center fielder. Auburn in those white pinstripe jerseys on a Tuesday night. 1-1 pitch off the end of the bat. Dribbler back to the pitcher. Manley bobbles, gathers, throws. Still throws out Stanfield by a step and a half. He avoided the urge to panic.
Yes.
Which would be understandable with Stanfield screaming down the line.
Yeah, he had the ball just go off the top of his glove, but it stayed in front of him. And he did not panic.
No.
Reached kind of back off his right foot and made the play with ease.
Here is Mason Mainers. Mainers had a tough night. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Left-handed hitter. First pitch to him. Shows bunt. Pulls back. It was way high and outside. 4-1. No game time yet set for Friday night's game against UConn. First the 1-0 pitch. There's a fly ball to right. That's well hit. Bennett goes back. He's still going. He's going to run out of room. Wow. Mason Mainers with a solo homer over the right field wall is second of the season. And it's 12-3 Auburn.
3rd homer for Auburn in the game. As we mentioned, he got no help from the wind. He hit it right into the wind, but he hit it low. And he obviously got it all.
And now the number 9 hitter comes to the plate in Javon Hernandez, and he represents all of a sudden the game-ending run.
Javon hit the ball in the 5th inning. That a tremendous play by John Rodriguez. He took away extra bases and maybe a run or two from Auburn. Well, nobody was on base. But
yeah. Manly's night will come to a close. We'll get another Samford pitcher here with Hernandez coming to the plate in the 7th inning. Mason Mainers with his 2nd Auburn home run. Can turn around a rough night in a heartbeat. And so Samford sends in a new pitcher on this Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
This broadcast of Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by the Alabama Department of Public Health. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Protect yourself and others by staying current on all recommended vaccines. Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM.
New pitcher for Samford is going to be Evan Steckmesser. He is a lefty, 6'3", 170. Junior out of Huntsville, Alabama. Came to Samford from Snead State Community College. Steckmesser making his 4th appearance of the young season. And he's pitched well, 5 innings, just 1 earned run. He has struck out 4, walked 1. Opponents hitting 188. In fact, 188 against him. He struck out 5 and walked 3. Opponents hitting 188 against him. Earned run average of 1.8 for Steckmesser, the 7th pitcher of the night for the Samford Bulldogs. Auburn going long ball tonight and making it pay as the Tigers with 3 home runs in the ball game, along with a triple.
And we may see a pinch hitter here for Auburn. With a lefty coming in, well, Javon's a right-handed hitter too, but
yeah,
he struggled tonight. He's 0 for 3. Yeah, I think you may see Cole Edwards. Yep, Cole Edwards, the freshman from Hoover in Spain Park High School.
And he has not had an at-bat this year.
No, this will be the first time we see Cole.
So this will be his debut for the Auburn Tigers.
With 1 out, nobody on base, Edwards steps in and he takes ball 1 low from Steckmesser. Wind blowing out to left for the right-handed hitter. 1-0 pitch. Line into center field, base hit. Edwards with his first college hit.
Well, that's the way to make a college debut. Unfortunately, it can only go down from here. He's hitting 1,000. But that was a solid plate appearance for Cole Edwards. He drilled it right back in the box, and here's Connor Weiss.
So Cooper Weiss has been on base 4 times today. He has scored 4 times today. He's drawn 4 walks. He has stolen 4 bases.
And he's had, 3 full counts.
Yeah.
And the other one was a 3-1. He has seen a lot of pitches.
First pitch to him. On the way. Floats in there for a strike. A changeup at 74 miles an hour. 0-1.
Steckmesser really pulled a string on that one.
Steckmesser. Set just above the belt. He deals. Fly ball, right side, foul territory. Just a little late on the swing was Weiss. Beyond the former Plainsman patio area, it's a construction zone right now for that new addition before next season. Here's the 0-2 to Weiss. Floated the change way upstairs. 1-2. Can't ask a whole lot more out of your leadoff man, can you? Get on base.
Get on base 4 times and score
Steal
4
bases.
runs and steal 4 bases, 1-2
to Weiss. Change up, missed again high. Same pitch, same spot as a couple of pitches ago. 2-2. (12-3). Auburn leads, bottom of the 7th. The 10-run rule is in effect tonight. 2-2 pitch, we'll have to wait. There's a side step and a throw to first. Keeping an eye on Edwards. With Ike Irish waiting on deck. They want to keep the double play in order, as hard as it may be, and want to keep that run out of scoring position. 2-2. Weiss grounds one past third, between Gabe Gross and third base. It's a foul ball. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good crowd. A number of them have gone home after that top of the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch. Change up a little bit high.
And again,
yeah,
Weiss will see a payoff pitch.
4 out of 5 plate appearances. He's seen a full count.
Yeah.
Walked on the first 4. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball off of his foot. Foul at the plate, and he is hurting a little bit. You're going to have to walk that off, and home plate, though it's clean, may get dusted off.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't have any bunions or gout. And he doesn't, because he would be writhing in agony if he did. He's not feeling real good anyway.
Yeah.
He hit that one straight down on top of his foot.
Another 3-2 pitch. The delivery. Popped up. Change up. He got under it on the infield left side. This is Howe. Nope. This is the third baseman just across the line, Staten, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 outs now, and here's Ike Irish. Irish gets some words from Weiss. Words of wisdom from Weiss on what to expect from Steckmesser. First pitch to Irish. Big cut, and he fouled it back out of play. Ike was trying to end the game with that swing.
Ike's 1 for 3. He has scored twice. Reached on an error, line to center, singled, and flied to center.
Lefty-lefty matchup. 2 outs, runner at first. Pitch off speed, missed low. 1-1. I think Steele may have thought he had it.
Yeah, the
strike stolen.
Bottom kind of fell out of that one.
Lead at first for Edwards. The pitch missed a little bit high with the changeup, and it's 2-1.
Not sure how Ike was able to lay off that one.
Steckmesser back on the rubber. He delivers. There's a ground ball past the first baseman and into right field. A hit for Irish. Edwards stops at second. A 2-out hit for Ike. They're at first and second with 2 down, and now Bobby Pierce. Against the left-handed pitcher, the righty Pierce will have a crack at ending it.
Base hit by Bobby could and would likely end the game.
Yeah.
With 2 outs here in the 7th inning, and Auburn leading by 9. Runners at first and second.
Pierce has tripled, walked, singled, and singled. He is 3 for 3, been on base all 4 times. Big cut, first pitch, back to the net.
Might have been guessing a little bit there. He was out on his front foot with a big swing.
Edwards is the run that would end it. He's at second base. Irish at first. And the 0-1 pitch to Pierce. Little bit high. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, Steckmesser had that where he wanted it. Just sailed a little high on him.
1-1. Fastball, lined hard, foul, just skipped over the top of the net and into the construction zone. And now it's a ball and 2 strikes. 12-3, Tigers in control here in this first of 9 straight at home over the next 2 weeks. The 1-2 from Steckmesser. Here it is. Missed high, 2-2.
Well, he does not want to go 3-2. You can bet.
2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Pierce. Fouled it off into the mitt, and the inning comes to a close. So we'll play a little bit longer here. 1 run for the Tigers. The homer by Mason Mainers, 1 of 3 hits in the inning. No errors and a couple of runners left on base. We have played 7. It's 12-3 Auburn, and this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
Southern homes are particularly vulnerable to termites. In this climate, you need guaranteed protection. You need Cook's Pest Control and Centricon. Termites attack the Centricon stations, exposing themselves to an agent that eliminates their entire colony. Upgrade from old-fashioned liquid service to the proven protection of Centricon and Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's today for a free evaluation.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Live Sports Radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With Live Sports Radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
Auburn going to send in a new pitcher here to go to the top of the 8th inning. And at some point, I'll tell you who it is.
Parker Carlson.
It is Parker Carlson.
Yes.
Okay. He worked very well for Auburn last year. Big right-hander. I have messed up all of my records here, so I can't really give you the particulars on it, but now I can. So I usually tape these things down. They work a little better that way.
Well, it's a windy. It's an inordinately windy night.
Parker is, of course, a right-hander, 6'1", 188 out of Mobile. Pitched a lot last year for the Tigers in relief. The big, tall right-hander making his first appearance this year. Is that right? I think it is. He's been up in the bullpen a few times, but hasn't gotten into a game. So Parker Carlson going to get a chance here in a 12-3 game to work in the top of the 8th inning, and he'll work against the top of the order.
Got some other changes, too. Cade Ballou comes in left field, and Caden Green, remember Hernandez was pinch hit for, and so Caden Green enters defensively. So it's Ballou, Stanfield, Pierce on the outfield, and along the infield, third to first, Fabian, Weiss, Green, McMurray, Irish still behind the plate. And now we get our first look this year at Parker Carlson. Top of the order for Samford. Garrett Staten is 1 for 3. He has singled and scored a run, and he's grounded out twice. First pitch from Carlson, sharp breaking ball for strike 1. Top of the 8th, it's 12-3 Tigers. Auburn trying to move to 7-1 on the season. The 0-1 pitch misses low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, would your youth baseball or softball team like to be anthem buddies in an Auburn baseball game this year? They can do that courtesy of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Tell you more about that. First, though, back to the game. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball that is tattooed high in the air, left center field. Stanfield and Ballou go back. Stanfield calls off Ballou. Chris makes the catch in deep left center field in front of the VCOM logo on the wall, and that's a long first out in the 8th.
Long and high.
Yeah.
Staten gave it a ride, but he just got too much under it. Stanfield was playing in right center field. He had to run a long way for that ball. Came up just short of the track in the deepest part of the ballpark.
Garrett Howell stands in now from the left side for Samford. First pitch. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Let me finish telling you about Anthem Buddies. Courtesy of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. You can line up with the Tigers on the field for the national anthem, plus get those group tickets for the game. All you need to do is call the Auburn ticket office, register for a game, and secure those group tickets. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing on a breaking ball. It was a little out, and the count moves to 2-0. Got to call the ticket office and register for the game quickly, though. They'll fill up. They will fill up. Youth baseball and softball practices all over the city getting underway. this week. 2-0 pitch, big cut and a miss.
Garrett Howe, the only member of the Samford team with multiple hits tonight.
Yep, doubled in the 4th, scored a run, singled in the 6th. He's 2 for 3. He has 2 of their 3 hits. The pitch. That's lined. He now has 3 of their 4 hits.
Wow.
A single into center. Just on a rope into center field.
He's a good-looking hitter. He was already hitting over 390 coming in, so his average well over 400 in the young season. He stands at first, and now Auburn looking for a double play.
Yeah. I have them with 5 hits in my book. There's only 4 on the scoreboard. I may be wrong somewhere. Here is Steele. Steele has a single. He has a sacrifice fly, and he's grounded out. First pitch curve low, 1-0.
Your book and my book match up.
Okay. I take some solace in that.
Yeah, we got him for 5. I don't know.
Yeah. A 1-0 pitch. Curve, that's in there for a strike, 1-1. Crowd of probably 4,000 or so at the beginning of this game tonight.
Yeah, it was a good crowd for a Tuesday night.
Good full back 40 deck of students. Top row of the parking deck was full. Rain coming in tomorrow, and
might have been the last really warm day for a little while.
Yeah, it was really nice. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off of, get a piece of Irish maybe. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Auburn in control here, 12-3.
Steele has a single tonight and a sac fly RBI that he hit to Mainers and left.
1-2 pitch, fouled back and out of play. Still a ball, 2 strikes. Auburn and UConn this weekend. Game time for Friday has not been announced. I would expect that to come relatively soon. I think they're looking at the weather and trying to wait as long as they can, feasibly. 1-2 pitch. That's line toward right. Pierce, though, in his tracks, makes the catch. Bobby barely had to move. 2 down. The game Saturday and Sunday right now scheduled both for 1 o'clock Central Time. 1 Saturday, 1 Sunday against the Huskies.
And Saturday, if you're coming to the baseball game, get here early because there is also a home basketball game.
At 3.
Yes. So beat all those basketball fans and get the good parking places.
John Anderson, the batter, with 2 outs and a runner at first. The pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to the Auburn dugout. 0-1. Anderson has walked. He has driven in a run with a sacrifice fly, and he has grounded out. Hard to believe it's just 2 more home basketball games this year. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat, foul, out of play. Back behind us. And it's 0-2. Tomorrow night is our next broadcast on the network. Men's basketball taking on Tennessee in Knoxville. Andy Burcham, Randall Dickey will be at Thompson Bowling Arena. I'll be in our Auburn Sports Network studios. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Anderson. Ground ball, foul at third. Fabian scoops it up after it had bounced foul. That'll be a 5:30 Central broadcast tomorrow, 6 o'clock tip for the big top 11 duel on Rocky Top. If you wanted to deem that the rock fight on Rocky Top, that'd be just fine. Be a whale of a game. Here's the 0-2. Missed outside. And it's 1-2 to the Samford second baseman. Samford's going to be glad to get back home. They've been on the road for 4 straight. And they'll host Bellarmine for 4 games this weekend. 1-2 pitch to Anderson. Fly to right. Pierce backs up, slows up, reaches up, makes the catch, and that's the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors. 1 man left on for the Bulldogs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, still 12-3. Tigers. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings.
Carrier, a proud partner of Auburn Athletics and special needs assistance stations for you. Turn to the experts with Carrier.
With Vizzy's vibrant dual flavors, the vibe is yours to decide.
I'm thinking Vizzy Refreshingly Berry. A round of blackberry lemon at the bar?
Could be good. Maybe Vizzy Vibrantly Tropical.
You always say vibrantly tropical.
Come on, a cooler full of papaya passion fruit on the beach?
Oh yeah, that's a vibe. I'm down.
Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Flavor for every vibe. Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Molson Coors Beverage Company. Milwaukee, Wisconsin flavored beer.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Well, as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, we'll have the 8th pitcher on for Samford tonight. Miller Riggins, a lefty, 6'3", 205 junior from Collierville, Tennessee, and a transfer from Kennesaw State Junior College. Riggins is making his 3rd appearance of the year. He's only pitched an inning and a third in those other 2 appearances, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run. He's walked 1, no strikeouts. That hit was a double. Opponents hitting .500 against Miller Riggins. No decisions, a 6.75 earned run average. So the 8th pitcher on for the Bulldogs is Miller Riggins, junior and transfer from Kennesaw State. The lefty is on to face 4, 5, and 6 in the Auburn order here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Auburn looking for a run to walk this thing off if they can.
Yep, a run would end it. Cooper McMurray launched a 2-run blast in the first. He also drove in a run on a sacrifice fly. He's also singled and been hit by a pitch, so he scored 2 times and he's driven in 3. No, it will not be. It'll be Gavin Miller, so forget everything I just told you about Cooper McMurray.
I thought maybe he was just going to bat from the right side.
Well, it helps when you look up.
Yeah.
All right, Miller, the right-handed hitter. The pitch to him. Down and in, ball 1. It was a good game for Cooper, though.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Auburn got a lot of production on the top 5 in the lineup.
1-0 delivery from the lefty. That's a high fly ball to left. Broom under it, in a few steps, shuffles over a couple of steps, and now makes the catch. 1 down in the 8th. And Fabian.
You don't want to be too quick to see who's coming to the plate.
Nope. Fabian, tall right-handed hitter. He drove in a run with a sac fly in the 3rd. He's looking for his first hit of the ball game.
He's hit it hard several times, a couple of times.
First pitch, off speed in there for a strike. Miller Riggins, the 9th pitcher for Samford in this game. He deals. Fought off the hands, backstopped by the first baseman, Harris, who will take it to the bag, not Harris. But a backhand stop by the first baseman, Horowitz. And quickly 2 are down here in the 8th. Pinch hitter for the Tigers. This will be Caleb Freeman. So Auburn took the approach here in the 8th that if one of a couple of pinch hitters were to contribute to ending it, that'd be just fine, but they weren't going to.
Yeah, they want to see some guys get a swing against other teams.
Yep. First pitch to Caleb Freeman, overhand curve, misses high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Freeman 0 for 1 thus far this season.
Rodriguez, Bennett, and Carr, 5, 6, and 7 due up in the 9th for Samford. We're in the bottom of the 8th, 12-3 Tigers. There's a curve, there's a called strike. 1-1 to Freeman. Riggins ready, he kicks and fires, and there's a big cut by Freeman and a miss, 1-2. stretch, Riggins to the plate. Fly ball left field. Broom started back, now straightens up. Makes the catch, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down go the Tigers in the 8th. We go to the 9th. Tigers need 3 more outs to get their 7th win of the season. It's 12-3. And this is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
My joints aren't what they used to be. Routine exercise, playing ball outside with the kids, riding bikes on vacation. I never worried about keeping up. But now, my joint pain has started slowing me down. I decided to make an appointment with the orthopedic clinic. Their surgical partners had the experience, technology, and personalized approach to care that I was looking for. Best of all, it was close to home. I'm thankful I chose the orthopedic clinic. Don't let joint pain slow you down. Visit theorthoclinic.com and schedule your appointment today.
Fine dining meets Southern comfort at Vintage 2298, Auburn's newest fine dining restaurant and butcher shop. Chef Randall Baldwin and wife Laura present Gulf cuisine with a Southern flair, made fresh farm to table. Enjoy lunch in the butcher shop, brunch on the weekends at Vintage 2298, where the staff raises the bar on service. Private dining and event space is also available. Experience Vintage 2298 this new year.
New pitcher for Auburn as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Cameron Keyshock will try to end things here. Right-hander, 6'5", 224 out of Spanish Fort, Alabama, down near Mobile. Cameron Keyshock on to work for the Tigers. And he has been up a few times in the bullpen, but this will be his first action of the year for Auburn. So Cameron Keyshock on to work for Auburn. Big right-hander. Steps in and set to try to put this one away. Auburn leading 12-3.
Coaches really like his stuff. He struggled last year. I mean, I think about the Georgia game, the final game of that series where Georgia really teed off. And there were some other instances last year where he just had trouble finding the command on his fastball. But, man, they like his potential. They love his ceiling. And now we get a chance to see him here for the first time in 2024.
Yeah, big sophomore. So he was a true freshman. Thrown in last year, wound up making 6 appearances, mostly in the second half of the season.
All right, it'll be Josh Rodriguez, the center fielder, to greet him. Drove in a run with a sacrifice fly, 0 for 2 officially. And the first pitch is a 92-mile-an-hour fastball that's low and outside for ball 1. We have reached 9 o'clock, nearly the 3-hour mark in this ball game. The 1-0 pitch is grounded to short. Weiss gloves it, throws it, got him. Miller on the receiving end. He enters the game defensively. And there's one away. So we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Miller, the new first baseman. Carter Wright, the new catcher for the Tigers. And a pinch hitter for Samford is Blake Bortak. And he swings at the first pitch, drives it into right field. It'll be a routine play for Pierce. Bobby's got it, 2 down. Auburn 6-1. Tigers about to go to 7-1 if they can get one more out. It'll be a pinch hitter for Samford. Stay tuned after the game. Paul Ellen will be down on the field talking things over with Coach Thompson and a couple of the players in tonight's game. This is Parker McDonald, a sophomore from Tallahassee. First pitch to him. Strike down the middle, 0-1.
You come in with a 9-run lead, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, throw strikes. It's good to see Cameron do that. The 0-1. Bounced up there, a ball and a strike. Got a bright moon shining off in the distance beyond the monster in left. 1-1 pitch. Fastball, dribbled, left side, foul. And now it's 1-2. Keyshock needs one more strike. Auburn a winner over UAB last Tuesday night, 7-2. The 1-2 pitch. Outside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was a weird game last Tuesday. Auburn didn't have a lot of hits. They were able to get runs off of walks and miscues. Tonight, 12 runs, 11 hits. The 2-2 from Keyshock. Grounded foul to the Auburn dugout. Look out, guys go scattering.
3 of those Auburn hits were home runs, though.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. They got 6 runs off of those 3 home runs.
Yeah.
2-2. Top of the 9th. Pitch from Keyshock.
Oh.
Fouled off of, did it get Irish or the umpire?
I think it hit Irish's mitt first,
right.
and then
Yeah.
maybe the chest protector. Yeah. So he got just enough to keep it from staying in the mitt.
Yeah, and right, not Irish. My apologies.
Yeah, right.
Now another 2-2 pitch on the way. Fly ball right side. McDonald battling. He's from Tallahassee. He did not go to the same high school as Chris Stanfield, though. All right, the crowd that is still here, getting behind Cameron Keyshock. A few of them on their feet. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball missed inside.
Just didn't bite.
Yep.
Started inside and stayed inside.
And the count is full. Stretch. Sophomore right-hander looks home, comes home. Struck him out. Tigers win. Cameron Keyshock with a strikeout. He retires Samford in order in the 9th. And Auburn moves to 2-0 in midweek games. Tigers put away the Bulldogs 12-3. Auburn is now 7-1 on the season. Our post-game coverage is coming up in just a bit. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
When the game is on the line, you want
Regular
someone
format.
you can count
Regular
on.
format.
At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability.
Check.
Learn how we power up Better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
And we're back with the action. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an irresistible taste and zero sugar, Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any sports fan. So make sure you... Wait, Jim, I didn't mean try it right now. We're still on the air.
Best Coke ever?
There you go.
Take a taste, Jen.
Really?
No, not right now, Jen. We got a game to call.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power, proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers. Alabama Power, power for a better Alabama.
Auburn used early offense and some terrific starting pitching from Connor McBride to gain control of this game early. Tigers go on to a 12-3 win over the Samford Bulldogs. 12 runs on 11 hits for Auburn, 1 error for the Tigers tonight, and for Samford, 3 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. Time of the game, 3 hours and 1 minute. Auburn is now 7-1. Samford falls to 4-4. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network from Playfly.
The 50-yard line at Jordan Hare.
Play action. Reed in trouble. Reed gets